Is this live? Are there people here? Are those all the people here? Let's see. Hi! Can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, wait, where's Nigel? Nigel, say hi! Look! All of your friends came to see you. You gotta tell them hi. Hi! Yay! Look at all the people that came to say Nigel. Look, Curtis is there too. I made sure to wheel Curtis here in the frame. Look at all the people. Hi to everyone. This is so exciting. Oh my God, 10 a.m. in Colorado. Oh, the comments are so fast. So hello, everyone. So this is my first live, so please bear with me because like, I don't know when someone puts a comment, how people put it on the screen. I'm gonna have to figure that out as we go. And so many people are here. This is so exciting. Nigel might go to sleep, even though he just had a nap. Not Nigel acting like he wasn't, right? Come on now. He knows he wants to be on camera, but he's keeps looking at, I have some treats for him. And he just keeps looking over there. This may or may not be alcoholic. Hey, Steph. Ooh, look at all the people. You just click it. What do I click? What do I click? Ooh, Milwaukee. Hey, lunch break. Ooh, Olympia, Washington. Hey, I lived there. Well, I lived in DuPont, but I miss Washington. Oh my God. Nigel knows the best kind of net rolls. So true. I was finishing, wait. I was finishing this book, Amari and the Night Brothers, and he was sleeping. And this was amazing. So it comes out tomorrow. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, no. Nigel trying to get my wine. You should read this. It's a middle grade. It's amazing. Nigel, please. Look at all these people. Okay, wow. I was like, what if no one comes? Everyone is here. Oh my God, Norway, Toronto, Chicago, Germany, Russia, DuPont live in Tacoma, hey, Pacific Northwest. Ooh, Georgia, Canada. Ooh, Nigel's an international party. Ooh, Oregon, bless you. Yes, happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's a holiday in the United States. So I was reading like his full like I Have a Dream speech and just reading a bunch of things on Twitter, and I saw, I guess there's a documentary or a movie that's coming out or is out about the FBI and like how they were surveilling him and the tapes are being released, and it's just if he was alive today, I just would love to know what he would say. Spaniard, Catania, Jonathan, hi! England, oh my God, so many people. I know, Twitter, I'm like, wow, I'm going to do my best. Maybe I should have got a moderator, but I actually really don't know what that is. Or have you read Dear Martin by Nick Stone? Yes, I have. It's up there somewhere. I loved it. Croatia, hey, I want to go to Croatia. I had plans to go to Croatia, and then Miss Rona came around. Oh, Paris, yes. I know, Steph, we were so close, and now we're so far. Hey, oh, look at that. I love this. Right? All the people, the same people who hated MLK then or would hate him now if he was alive are the same ones who love to pull out a quote today and talk about peace. Like, be quiet. Oh my God. It's Still I Rise. I had to memorize that in elementary school. Epic. I forgot it now. Yes, we call her Miss Rona, and she is trifling. Arizona, Atlanta. I know. I follow, I think, the daughter of Dr. King on Twitter, and she's always tweeting amazing things. Kara, you checking in from Schitt's Creek? Macedonia. Oh my God, this is so great. She's trifling for real. Who's trifling? Right? saying MLK would discourage Black Lives Matter protests. Like, do you know anything? Did you read anything? Ooh, the Dominican Republic. Oh my God, hey Mara. The white moderate. Maine. Oh, I went to Maine once. I went to LL Bean. It was very cold, but beautiful. Brazil, Scotland. Oh, what part of Scotland? I want to move to northern Scotland. This is my very first live stream, so sorry I talk over myself sometimes. One of my feedbacks in my feedback form was that I talk too fast, and I say a lot of ums, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I tried to film a video where I was talking slower, and it was terrible. Like, I just sounded, it was so boring, and so I was like, I'm not posting this. It's just not me. I'm sorry, I talk fast. Connecticut, Austria. Chicago. Ooh, it's cold up there. I also don't like deep dish pizza. Is that bad? I don't talk too fast? Thank you. I mean, I try to slow down, but I can't do it. Or just not naturally. What day is it? So we've made it days January of 2021. We're still here. It's been chaotic. I just wish they would go ahead and say they were doing the inauguration. That would make me feel a lot better. But looks like they want to have a big old ceremony. Like, come on, Joseph. You need to get on Zoom, do the inauguration, and then you need to cancel my student loan debt. Thank you. New York Pizza is where it's at. Amen. Have you read Let It Shine by Alyssa Cole? No, but I should. You talk fine. Thank you. Nebraska, hello. Yeah, deep dish pizza is not it. It's too much sauce. Hey, Carrie. Hi. Talk too fast. Slow down the video. Also, I don't know if the person is here, but there were like 2 people who said there was too much Nigel in my videos, that it was distracting, or like there was too much. So I'm sorry, because the majority of other people said more Nigel. So I understand if you unsub. Okay, I get it. Yeah, Joseph doesn't need to be playing. First he said he was cancel all student loans. Now it's like 10 grand. No. I need you to cancel all those loans, Joseph. Oh, Portugal. I want to go to Portugal. I wish they just did a Zoom. Yes, a Zoom inauguration is making me nervous. They talking about, they're worried about like an inside attack. Like, hello, get them in a little Oval Office, put it on Zoom, we'll all stream it, and then drag that other orange thing out of the office and call it a day. Who said that I need names? There were no names. It was anonymous. Too much Nigel. I was, the amount of Nigel I edit out of my videos, look. Out of pocket. Honestly, I was like, if Nigel isn't here, everyone's gonna log off. So I think the people are here for Nigel. I want to go. Yes, I want to go everywhere. I had so many plans. Like, we were so excited to finally get an overseas base, so we could travel. And we did a little bit, and then Miss Rona said, I'm going to crush your dreams. So here I am, sad. Animals are in control. Yes, he'd get more attendees in a Zoom inauguration. Come on, it's just very on brand, and it's what he should do. Stop it, you stay for me. Oh, Julie, hey girl. This is just so exciting. I'm just recognizing the names under my videos. Oh, it was so amazing. No working, ain't got time for that. There's already been so much. How do they expect people to work? Okay, like, the world is in crises. People need time off. Nigel is, Nigel, I'm going to change the name of my channel, honestly. It's about Nigel and Curtis, and I'm just the mouthpiece, really. Stationed in Japan. We had a choice between Japan and here. We were supposed to go to Germany first, but that didn't happen. And so we're here, and we're dealing with it. Ooh, lunchtime. Hey, Tammy. Plus a big celebration during a pandemic. Honestly, there is a panorama going on, Joseph. Zoom inauguration, please. Doing uni work. I love that. I can't do 2 things at once. If I have to do schoolwork, it has to be silent, or I can only listen to like Celtic Women Radio. I'm in Italy, but I'm on the island of Sicily. So, oh my God, we want Germany next so bad. Fingers crossed. Or we take England. Honestly, we just want to stay overseas because we were robbed. And fingers crossed. Joseph, we have other things to worry about. Fam, right? Are you trying to line up a singer? Like all these things, we can't do that. Actually, somebody can sing on Zoom. Call Mariah. She'll Zoom, right? Or Dan Levy, he can sing. He'll sing it on there. I know he's Canadian, but still. Whereabouts in Sicily? Outside of Catania. I don't know if that means anything to you, but that's southeast. I was just like north, south, east, west. Southeast Sicily. And how long until we need to think about moving? So somehow it's already been over a year and a half here, which is bonkers. So probably, I don't know. It depends on the Air Force and how early they decide to let him know, because he doesn't get a choice. Essentially, you have like a dream sheet where you can like put down bases you want to go to. And if you're already overseas, it's easier to stay overseas because it's cheaper to move you from, another country in Europe to Europe instead of moving us back to the States. But we probably should know around December of January, honestly. Oh, Lord, I'm nervous. Such good food. Well, I'm in the house cooking all the dang on time. I'm so tired of it. Do you miss anything from the US? Oh, I miss Costco. I miss Costco. I miss Target. I miss free refills. If I'm being honest, I miss free refills. I miss knowing everything because I speak English. Like, that's just a really basic American answer. I miss, I thought people in Washington were bad drivers, but child, the driving here gives me heartburn. I try not to if I don't have to. Italy and Germany. Look, I'm trying. Can New Zealand, is anyone here from New Zealand? Will they take, I don't have the Rona. I have never had it. Will they accept me and Nigel? We will stay put. We just want to travel the country and we won't leave. Like, it's fine. Can we come, please? New Zealand has got it together. Yeah. So when we packed these books, I originally wanted to pack them and they wouldn't let me. So I did get some damaged. So they pack it all up, but it's like good and not good. Biden is talking nonsense about getting K-8 reopened. We don't need that. No. That's stupid. Everyone stay home. Free refills. Look, don't underestimate. Okay, when I go to a restaurant, I want to have a lot of Dr. Pepper or sweet tea or whatever. Free refills are not a thing here. It upsets me. Italian drivers are driving like, Mario Kart. I refuse to drive like out in town because half the time, especially if we're traveling with Nigel, I'll sit in the back seat because it's less anxiety for me. It is just too much. Like, there's no rules. A stop sign? Maybe. Like, a stop sign is kind of treated like a yield sign. Yield, no one stops. Lanes, what are those? Like, there's no rules. If you don't hit someone, no one cares. I don't know how many times cops have passed me and I've been going over the speed limit, but I've been going too slow for them. It's chaotic. It ruined 3 of my books. We filed a claim for the stuff they ruined. Haven't heard back from the trifling people since. My husband, Andrew, is in the Air Force. I am a pitiful little civilian. Not pitiful, a happy civilian, because the military ain't about to own me, okay? Yes, I want refills on the tea. Exactly. Italy is so chaotic. It is. I wanted to pack my own books, and they were like, if you pack them and something happens or they get lost, we won't insure it. Ooh. And, okay, I know this is supposed to be about tea, but, we're going with it. So when they packed it, I was home because the job that I used to do, I was able to work from home if I didn't have to go out for an appointment. And so I particularly didn't schedule any appointments on that day so I could watch the dude pack my books. Like, I was going to be that hovering person. So I'm standing there chatting with him. I'm like, these are my prized possessions. Please, pack them a certain way. Literally, he started, maybe got one box, got a knock on the door. I ran downstairs. It's a cop. And I'm like, and they asked me about Andrew. And I'm like, oh my God, did something happen? And so someone had hit his car that was parked on the street and totaled it. And so I had to go out and deal with that. And by the time I had done with that, we had a police report and all this stuff. He had packed my books. God, girl, this is still tea. It is. Free refills are a gift, okay? I know I don't need 3 or 4 Dr. Peppers, but I want them, okay? If I'm paying $3, I want refills on Dr. Pepper. I do not want to pay $3 for a little tiny bottle, a bottle of Coke. I don't like it. What was it? Some of my books were damaged, a bookshelf, a purse, some other things. It wasn't a lot, luckily. And everything made it here. Like nothing was unaccounted for, but some damage. Mostly was like my books, but it is. Totaling a parked car. Literally, it was just like on the street in our neighborhood. The speed limit is 25 miles an hour, and this kid, I don't know what he was doing, but he hit like 3 cars and totaled ours. And I was like, okay. I mean, we were gonna have to sell it anyway before moving, but it got totaled instead. Just knowing if you could, exactly, if I want it, I don't have to pace myself, because when they bring me out my Coke, I'm like, now I have to savor you until I get my food, or I have to buy another one. It's just the little things. We live on base here, but I've gone back and forth with wanting to live on and off base. Honestly, I know you're supposed to want to live off base, but I'm fine. Yeah, you can't drink until the food shows up. But in Paris, a glass of wine is basically the same price as a soda. Smart. Why get a soda when you can get a glass of wine? I want to go back to Paris. This makes me, I'm just so upset. I know I've seen like the beautiful yet cheesy quote of like, I still travel because I read books. I'm like, look, it's not the same. They wrapped our trash can. Hey, cousin, how did you find your way here? Hi. Oh my God. Someone, one of his coworkers used to work in TMO, which is like the moving part of the military. And he said that once someone they sent to pack up a house, they packed the cat. And the owners called and were like, where's our cat? And they had to like go to the storage. Luckily, it hadn't been too long. And they unpacked the cat. So... ooh, Alabama. Ooh, I hope you get Germany. Praying for you. Ooh, Alabama, Lord. But yeah, traveling in books is not the same. Yes, we packed the cat. I'm like, but you didn't hear anything? Nothing? You know, cats are noisy. Sorry to the cat lovers, but oh my, they're not packing Nigel. I'll fight someone. Italians love dogs, so they love Nigel every time they see him. But we got the cat. It's luckily the cat was fine, so don't get upset. But the cat was fine. But I had, oh my goodness, there's so many people here. Let me see. All right, we talked about Zoom inauguration. Obviously, Joseph is not going to listen to us, but he should. I would love to know how you pack a cat. Like they are noisy, and I feel claw their way out. But maybe the cat was sleeping. Popping in your lunch break. Hi. Tell your company that's raggedy. You should have that off. Alaska. I've been kind of like, I don't like the cold, but I feel like Alaska could be cool. But I probably would just complain it was cold the whole time. Do all the Americans still name their dogs Bella? What? I don't know. They need to put Trump in a box, aka a prison cell. That's the only place I want him going. To prison. Not jail. Prison. Thank you. I don't know. Americans switched to naming their dogs Sansa after Game of Thrones. I know a lot of people are naming their kids like Sansa, Arya. I didn't know about dogs. But I love when dogs have people names. That's why I was like Nigel. I love a good Theodore, Winston, Like, what's your cat's name? Oh, her name's Amanda. I like human names for dogs. Okinawa. Pack Trump while he takes a nap. Ugh, he's so gross. Already moving. Pack the cat. I packed my own books. See, before this was like our first international move, and yeah, they didn't let me do it. So imagine being named Daenerys. I'd be so pissed. I just like, call me Danny. That's it. Mine is Charlie. Oh, Charlie. I love that. Norris and Doris. I approve. Oh, her name's Amanda. Thomas. I love it. Gertrude. That feels so fitting for a cat. Watson. Kaz. Oh, I like that. I went between, I'm like, should I name him like a bookish name? But Andrew doesn't read. He's not a reader. So I was like, fine, I won't. But we just looked at him, and honestly, I know people have asked me before, like, what's he named after? And I was thinking of Nigel from The Wild Thornberrys. So that's his name. Let's see. But so a lot of people are here because I've been flapping my gums for about 20 minutes. And I wanted to bring up the topic of, okay, how am I going to learn to put on? If you hear snoring, that's Nigel. But this was happening a couple weeks ago on Twitter. And I don't know if I can share my screen, so I'm not going to try. Okay, I'm not going to do it today. But it was a conversation, and I just don't know where to stand on it. And that is pirating books. And I don't pirate books. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. But there was a conversation. I don't know how it started because a lot of things seem to be starting on TikTok, and I don't have a TikTok. And I'm like, do I need to get a TikTok? But I don't want to get a TikTok. If you use StreamYard, is this StreamYard? I really don't know. I had to Google, like, how do I go live on YouTube? You're not late. I've just been flapping my gums. Don't you worry. I have just been, you do not need a TikTok. Thank you. Okay, I won't. I already see enough of them on Twitter and Instagram. What was I saying? Yeah, me and technology, the struggle is so real, okay? I used to just like stare at my mom in confusion when we had a computer and she was confused, and now I understand because anything new, I'm like, so thank God for YouTube, because I had to watch a YouTube video about how to go live on YouTube. So you can't put the comments up. Oh, okay. TikTok free is liberating. Okay, well, so since I'm not on StreamYard, like a person that knows what they're doing, I can't put the comments up. So I'm just going to try to keep up with them. But what I've seen so far is that I should not get a TikTok, so I'm going to stay with that. I'm going to stay there. It's good. It's good. But anyway, so pirating books, obviously, normally the conversation is no, we do not need to pirate books, right? So that's obviously stealing books, or I guess there's places online where you can read, where people will upload PDFs of books, I guess, or e-copies of books, and people can download them for free, which is illegal, obviously stealing from the author. But the conversation was really centered around people who are not in the West, you know, like in the United States, Europe, Canada. So a lot of people from the global South were saying, you know, we don't have the same access to books. Books cost a lot of money. So are you saying we shouldn't read books just because we can't afford them? And I'm like, I don't, are you saying, is it blurry? Is it lagging? Digital library sites. I don't have the greatest internet connection, so I don't know if it's blurry or not. But someone said, if you can't afford books, don't do it if you can afford books or have a good library. Yeah, because in my mind, I'm like, yeah, if you can't buy them, borrow them. But obviously, that's also a privilege statement because everyone doesn't have access to a library or a good library. So it's just hard to say, yes, I understand why you think pirating books is okay, because I just saw like the tweet from Fonda Lee, who her books, oh my God, what happened? Hello, are you still there? Sorry. Her books, Jade City, have been everywhere on Twitter, so it seems like a smash hit, but she was like, they must be a cult hit because I barely made above minimum wage last year. So we have to have better conversations about privilege, because the threads I saw made some excellent point. Yeah, I'm trying to go to my Twitter here and pull up. I have too many bookmarks because there's just so many things I want to go back to. Oh, I wanted to mention that I've been checking Ginger Clark, that literary agent, her Twitter, and she has not said anything. She has not acknowledged any of those tweets. She has not tweeted since then. So I don't know if she's ever going to apologize, but she has not said anything. But are we surprised, though? Also, Mike's Book Reviews deleted his Twitter. So we love that, don't we? Love to see it. But let's see. The only exception to don't pirate books, I could justify university textbooks. Oh, they're so expensive. When I did the live last week with Bethany and Izzy, we said that, and then someone commented that they actually wrote textbooks, and they're like, no, we don't get paid enough as it is. So it's like, that's so hard. Especially textbooks cost so much money. If you have access to pirate from online, then when you have access to an online library, I would think, but said not great, but maybe better than supporting Amazon if those are your only options. Oh, now you know I hate Amazon and Jeff Bogo the Basil. Wait, Jeff Bagel Bozo. Sorry, but still buying his book, buying an author's book from Amazon still would give them some money over pirating it. I don't know. I don't know how much they get. Ginger Clark is like a super agent. She's not gonna apologize. Of course she isn't. Colleges always want you to get new editions. I know. I would have a course, and then they would be like, oh no, we upgraded to the 5th edition, so you need to get this one. This conversation brings up a lot of points about access and bigger issues of the difference in access. Yeah, and I honestly never thought about it before. I was like, yeah, everyone's got a library. Like, I'm watching Arthur, and he's like, having fun isn't hard when you have a library card. So I was like, everyone has a library if you want to read books. But let's see. So someone was saying that this might lose me followers, but the issue of pirating EPUBs is more complex than everyone who uses them is wrong, and no one should ever pirate. Like, how many times do people have to explain that books are shit ass expensive in different parts of the world, or are simply not sold there to begin with? Another good point. And not everyone has access to a reliable, up-to-date library before some of y'all listen. So that's also a great point, because I don't know how quickly books get translated into other languages. And so that's also another issue. If you're reading a popular series and maybe you have to wait a long time for it to be translated, or your library doesn't get certain books in. Arthur was that show, okay? DW, no one messes with Dora Winifred. That's that bitch. Our library literally has like 3 fantasy books. Oh my God, no. I don't know what I couldn't buy a lot of books growing up, but our public library was like a 5-minute drive down the street. So my mom used to take us there every weekend. So I was lucky there, but I didn't think of that. And I've only really realized that being a part of book Twitter, that not everyone has access, or that books, and it should be something that's common sense, but just even that books aren't even available in every country. And so maybe there could be something like an online library where you pay a specific amount of money, no matter where you're from. Or maybe libraries could rely on people living a certain. So are there online libraries? Because I have my library card is still like based on a location. So are there like an online library where you don't have to be like in a certain town? Like, do those exist? If you don't have access, don't pirate. Ooh, I know, that's what I want to say, but then some people are like, so just because we can't afford it, we don't deserve, or we shouldn't have the chance to read. That's so tough. That just feels mean. I don't know. And I'm not here to say anyone's wrong. This is why I wanted to do this on here, because I don't know. It's just, what's the word? There's nuance. We need to have nuance with the conversation. Exactly. I use Overdrive, and usually they have so many books. It's a really large library system. Paying creators. Wait, what did Cole say? Let me go back up. Let's see. I really think this opens up the dialogue more for how we pay creators, or just people in general. Oh, it's so It's really tough. In the UK, you have access to your local library's online catalog for free. Well, that's good. And so I think, again, and there's places in the United States or, maybe in places in Europe that don't have a great library system or whatever, but still being in the United States, even in maybe not an area that has a library, I think we still have a greater access and greater privilege than, maybe countries in the global South or like Southeast Asia or Brazil. They have some serious issues. I talked about this in a video a while ago, where their books are super expensive and they're not even translated correctly. The quality is terrible. But yeah, I mean, NetGalley, because you can still get books that already came out for free. I mean, that is a way to get books online. A global library would be amazing. I don't know if there's like rules or, there's always rules for stuff like why you can't why you can't do certain things. So I don't know. Project Gutenberg is an awesome option for classics. We're talking about new releases. Yeah. Try living in a rural area in South Africa. There's no way to access a book. Oh, that would be so tough. Yeah, I wish there were. Yeah, I'm freezing. Hello, can you see me? There is a global library called Open Library. That's a thing, Open Library. You know what, let me write this down so I can look it up. Because, yeah, I feel bad saying that, oh, well, it's not available where you live, so you can't read it. But I also understand that the people who make that art deserve to be paid. I'm a little fuzzy. I'm really sorry. My internet is not the best. And so don't worry. You don't need to see this face in 4K anyway. What is it? Online, I think Queens does not or does allow non-New York State residents to sign up for library cards as a fee of $50, though I'm not sure if that works everywhere. Ooh. Used bookstores being closed because of COVID makes it hard. Yes, I've been trying to like buy some books secondhand online using thrift books, which I've used before, and I can't find like any. I found a couple, but so many are just like brand new books. I'm like, no, I was looking for secondhand, but so many places are closed, and so with pirating music, ooh, that was a long time ago. It generates interest, creates music lovers, and the big bucks were really only going to the publisher. I mean, I don't know enough about the music world, but yeah, I remember this conversation. But it is not just about access, about equal access, which book one has access to. Being stuck with older books does nothing to encourage youth to read. So true. That is very true. So I hear that Open Library is free. Just create an account for free and have access to things that have been digitized. So I am going to look that up, and then maybe I can start linking that in my videos for maybe an option. Thrift Books is owned by Amazon. Please don't. Look here. I'm sorry. I know that Abe Books is owned by Amazon and Book Depository, but I thought Thrift Books wasn't. Of course. Maybe Bagel Boy should start sending out free books to those. Yeah. Kara, you speak so rationally. Billionaires don't think like that. That would just make sense. Feed some people, give some people some laptops, internet, some books. What? Still be a rich man? Why would they do that? Thrift books can be very, like, you can say you're getting a book in very good condition and then it gets here and it doesn't have a cover. And you're like, how is this very good condition? No, I didn't think they were owned by Abe Books. Definitely is owned by Amazon, but I don't think Thrift Books is. Let me give it a Google. Who owns Thrift Books? Google says it's owned by MMF Capital Management. So I don't think they're owned by Amazon yet, because they try to take everything. But so Kindle does let you loan books, and Audible lets you send someone a free book if they've never used the service before. I didn't know that about Kindle. I definitely have a friend's Kindle login and I'll log in and read her books, but I didn't know you could actually loan them to somebody. So that's helpful. Um, let's see. For me, it's difficult when booktubers recommend excellent resources, but they're always very USA centered. Yeah, I've done that too, not realizing that certain things don't always work in every country. So it's hard because you're just automatically going to think about yourself, and this is what's normal. So, we got to get better at that. There will never be a right answer for pirating books where access is an issue because pirating isn't the problem. Very true. Yeah. And I mean, half price books I used to shop at when I lived in Washington, but they do not ship here, which makes me sad. They won't even let me access the website unless I have my VPN blocker on. Mad about it. So yeah, I guess there's never really an answer. And I forget how this started. I feel like it was a TikTok, but yeah, this one person on Twitter said, privileged people really think everyone has unlimited access to books, don't they? Motherfucker, I live in a third world country that can't even fix its own roads, much less have money for local libraries. It's something that's accessible and still gives me the same joy because they're saying they use EPUBs. Yeah, it's like, what do you suggest they stop reading altogether? So it's never going to be, I guess this is so many things like consumerism and like fast fashion and all of these things. It's never really, is it really the person or is it the system? I think it's the system. Yeah, we can't end piracy because book distribution in Russia sucks. Yeah, so we can try to do better. I mean, if you have the means, then obviously you shouldn't be pirating books. And I would hope that people, if you have money or if you have a library, that would be your choice before choosing to pirate books. But for those who don't have or have very limited options or they're super expensive, then I would just, you gotta be mad at the system. At the end of the day, it's broken, it's fucked. In some places it's better than others, but still, it definitely is the system. I hate it. We can let friends borrow our ebooks with Amazon. That would be helpful. Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. Yeah, none of this would be a big deal if they paid authors. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice if they paid them, if this person's getting $800,000 advance and so does this one? Wouldn't be that much an issue. I can't co-sign piracy because at the end of the day, authors aren't getting paid. Most authors aren't making a wage they can live off. I know. I know. Yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that because there is no like right or wrong answer. It's complicated. Bagel Boy needs to get it together. Honestly, Jeff, what are you doing? I can't stand him. He makes me sick. But, oh my God, no. Yeah, so it's all, money's made up, right? I don't know. What do I know? I'm not an economics major, but I guess maybe if you have to pirate books, don't flaunt it. Like, don't say, look at these free books I downloaded. Maybe, like, hey, I've been there with cable. Maybe I'm telling on myself. We didn't always pay for cable, but we had it. But we didn't tell anyone, though. Pirating affects what books are going to get picked up by the publisher, too. Maggie Stiefvater had an interesting thread about this a while ago. Oh, I didn't see it. I don't follow her, but I believe it. Yep, capitalism sucks. And people who are like, it's amazing, are liars. Pirate the white man's books. It's just like, at the end of the day, I want people who create art, create content to get paid. But especially something like books, which I think everyone should have access to because obviously we're a reader community here. We understand how amazing books are. I want everyone to have access to that. And it's just sad that some people really don't. And so these are the measures they have to take. But that's not me saying, yes, pirate books, but I'm just saying I'm trying to understand. I don't know. I got in a thunderstorm and got HBO. I think what kind of books can really impact my opinion of it too. If the author is dead, who cares? Or if they're super huge and already making tons of money. Yeah, I guess. I mean, because that's kind of like with Amazon and Audible. So they recently changed this, but before you have 360 return an audiobook. And sometimes, well, for smaller authors, that affected them negatively and the voice actors because they would get charged for that. So sometimes they ended up owing Amazon or owing Audible. And they've changed that to now you only have like 7 days to return it finally. And then after that, if you return it, I think they still pay the author and the voice actor. So that's yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say, yeah, pirate this person's book because they are a New York Times bestseller, but you know, I think we all have pirated something at this point. Just don't do it if you're able to pay, right? I don't know how many viruses I gave our desktop computer when I was in high school from all the music I downloaded. Those were the days. And now I just have Apple Music. Kids these days don't know the struggle. When I was trying to download the Thriller music video and it took 13 hours. No one knows the struggle. Ooh, what does this say? Wasn't there also drama on book Twitter about someone, possibly an author, saying writing fan fiction makes you a word? Yes, that was like 2 days ago. Were they an author? Let me go to my bookmarks. I've got a bookmark. Trust me. Trust me. So the author's name is R.S. Benedict. I've never heard of her. Let's see. Host of Right Guard. Yeah, I don't know who they are, but their thread, which got a lot of people riled up, was, ooh, excuse me. She said, it's incredibly bleak how many contemporary aspiring writers cut their teeth on fan fiction, a form that actively teaches you to write worse. And I mean, it's a long thread because then she mentions like people like E.L. James and Cassandra Clare. And she said, yeah, they're fucking terrible. Controversial take, low effort, formulaic, lowest common denominator writing is bad, actually. But then she said, but fanfic is often queer. Great. But did you know that queer literature exists outside of fanfic? Anyway, she goes on this long tirade about fan fiction. And it's a garbage take because fan fiction is amazing. And I've read a fanfic that was better than published work. So I don't really think all fanfic is not after. I mean, no shade, but shade to Anna Todd. All fanfic is not after or 50 Shades of Grey or Deadly Education. Yes, it is. Some fanfiction is better than published work. Kudos to those people putting in all that time and effort to put it up for free. Amazing. Olivia Day made an entire book about fanfic, and spoiler alert, I keep hearing about that book and it sounds so good. I need to read it. Imagine calling fanfiction non-legitimate queer literature when 80% of authors on fanfiction are LGBT. It's like, I don't know if they've written something. It's just so weird when people come out with takes like this. Like, what prompted you to do that? Did you like come across a fanfiction that was so good and you were mad because you haven't written anything that good? I don't get it. Fanfic is also a hobby of girls and women primarily. Gee, I wonder if there's a connection there. I don't know. And there are some long fan fictions. I mean, it's amazing because what was it? Over the summer, I think someone was saying like fanfic isn't literature or something. And they were saying like, I have an English degree. It's like, child, please. You're just mad. Fan fiction counts as reading just as much as, hell yeah. Those are some long ass fanfics. Isn't her book a retelling anyway? Let me look. R.S. Benedict, because I have never heard of this I was gonna say heifer, and I don't want people to think that's me being mean or anything. I call people heifers all the time, okay? R.S. Benedict. What has she written? The Goodreads, which you know is raggedy, is not telling me anything. So I don't know what this person has written. They don't even have a picture on their Twitter. Go figure. Someone is rewriting HP, but with a Merlin crossover, and it's better than the original. Dang! Anne Rice. That's just Anne Rice in disguise. What? Yeah, I just, especially if you love like a book or a series, and then someone continues it, or, you know, makes changes to it that you wanted and makes an original story. They're just So many fanfics that have been recommended to me that I just haven't gotten to, but I'm like, are you kidding me? That sounds amazing. Like, why? Who wakes up and chooses to hate on fan fiction? Like, there are so many other things you could be mad at, and that's what you're mad at? I don't get it. Yeah, sometimes you just need something familiar. Bible fics are a thing? What? Goodreads is raggedy. Wait, who is writing fan fiction about the Bible? Is that a thing? Is that what you meant? Anne Rice was infamous for suing fan fiction writers. Are you serious? Wow. Yeah, like you don't have to get a literature degree to be able to write, like, boo. And I saw some authors who were there were so many quote tweets, I can't keep up with it. But some were saying like that's how they started. You know, they practiced writing fan fiction. They couldn't afford to go to like a MFA program or anything like that. And so that's how they practice writing. So, girl, it's just garb. I don't know. I can't write a fan fiction. Bible fics are a ride. I shall not. Jesus fanfic? Y'all gotta stop. No, thank you. And it was published? No, thank you. I'm good. I am good. That is a mess. Bible fanfic and fan art. No. Yeah, but so many people have started with fan fiction or turned their fan fiction into a published book. So it's just like, I don't know. Oh, well, true. Chronicles of Narnia is a Bible fic. Okay. I mean, okay. That's just so funny. I never thought of it like that. Bible fic. Ugh. And like books coming into public domain, Gatsby, and I've seen 2 retellings come out, and that's a good thing, everyone. Yeah, so what's the difference between a fan fiction and a retelling? That's a great point, because I know all of these now that Gatsby's in public domain. Someone made a great tweet. It was like, I can't wait till Narnia is in public domain, because they're like, we need to make it queer, they had excellent points. And I was like, oh my God, I hope someone does this. It's going to be so good. Even though I love Narnia, I would love to read a really good retelling of it. A more updated, diverse retelling of Narnia would be amazing. Nigel, everyone's here to see you and you're sleeping. I'm sorry. He's sleeping. He's down here. Jesus and Judas fics? Stop it. I really can't. Bible fan art. True. Renaissance art. Can we spill the tea on that cover of the new Gatsby book? Steph, is that the one called Nick? The new Gatsby book? Who cares what people want to write? Imagine being that bored and pressed. Right? Of all the things, that's what you got up and you made 12 tweets about? Nick? Okay, hold on. Nick Gatsby. I feel like I saw it in passing and was like, I don't care. Book. Let's give it a look. Michael Ferris Smith. This? Can you see it? Is that the right thing? Because that's ugly. I don't like it. I mean, I don't like the cover, the blue cover of Great Gatsby either. I don't like that book. But that cover also is hideous. So I shan't be reading. It looks like an emoji. It does. I shan't be reading that. No, thank you. No, thank you. Cole, I'm sorry. I know F. Scott Fitzgerald is your bro, but no, thank you. I do not like The Great Gatsby. I didn't like it in high school. That's terrible. Who did that? Oof, that's awful. Yes, it's she. That's it on the cover. Yeah, I didn't like the movie, no, the old one or the new one. Yeah, Great Gatsby was just never my thing. Disney publishes its own as Twisted Tales. Huh. Well, Disney needs to pay people also. Your fave fuckboy. Yeah, you can have him because I don't want nothing to do with F. Scott Fitzgerald. No, thank you. I hate Gatsby retellings. It's a prequel about Nick. No, thank you. Yeah, it's literally the original cover, but worse. The original cover was already terrible. I can't take it. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I don't like F. Scott Fitzgerald, but your editions you have are really pretty cool. Okay, they're really pretty. It's okay, cool. I liked it too. Fine, whatever. There's just not a lot of like classics that I liked. Very few, and the ones I did like, I'm like, if I reread it, would I like it? I don't know. Although I wish I liked classics because I wish I could get those cloth bound classics, but I can't justify that. But we don't need Fitzgerald retelling, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, at this point, what isn't like, I mean, there are some super original things, but there's so many movies, shows, books that are influenced by some other media that came before it. So it's like, whatever. She just woke up and chose violence, and we don't approve of that here. We don't. Let me go back to my bookmarks and my tweets here because I saw something. Okay, so this was something I saw and I didn't know. I think it started on TikTok because this is a tweet from Thoughts on Tomes, Sam, and she said, I understand this is peak petty, but Book Talk thinks that any book with characters in their 20s is new adult, and it drives me up a wall every time I see a recommendation video on my, I don't know what FYP stands for new adult filled with books that are just adult books. And so she was basically saying new adult is a very specific classification and it failed. And do we need an age range? Like, it's fine just to have YA and adult. And she was saying that having an NA category basically puts adult books on a pedestal and makes people more intimidated or feeling like they can't read adult books. So she was like, I hate that. It says you absolutely can. You can read adult books, like there's no need to be intimidated. So I saw someone on the other side who was like, I mean, I would like new adult. I find adult intimidating. For you, Paige. See, I'm old. I don't know these things. But let's see. It's like YA has gotten, and there are YA books that have older characters, and there's adult books who have younger characters. And so that's what she was saying. Not an attack on new adult, but just say I love to see people give themselves credit that they can read adult books. It's not as intimidating as it sounds. So I feel like I remember a lot of people talking about new adult, right? Like we were waiting for Appledore to come out, like those should have been marketed as new adult. And now I'm just like, I don't know. I'm kind of understand what she's saying. I don't know what you would put in that category. Like, why not just have YA and adult? We don't need new adult. Isn't new adult just a thing in the romance genre? I've seen like a new adult romance like recommendation video. So I was like, I don't know. I honestly thought NA was only for romance books. So maybe, let me see. New adult is going to be its own thing in a few years. YA wasn't always a thing because teens were not always a thing. Wait, let me go back up. YA wasn't always a thing because teens were not always a thing. As a new life stage emerges, and it is, NA will be a thing. I've only used NA to describe books that have like teen characters with lots of sexual content. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, let me find this other tweet because I can understand kind of what you mean about, or what they mean about adult books intimidating. Before I started reading adult, I more assumed they were just boring. I thought they were all like James Patterson, Dean Koontz, Janet Ivanovich books that I saw. And so I was like, I don't want to read adult books. It was less that it was intimidating and more they just looked boring. But someone had a great tweet. Hold on. I've got so many bookmarks. I'm sorry. So much has been happening. Okay, so this tweet thread said, I just have to say from experience, it has not been easy to go from being comfortable and well acquainted with YA to attempting to understand the adult fiction section. It's not as easy as just jump in and figure it out on your own. So there are people, I guess, who have primarily been reading YA books who don't feel comfortable going into adult. I don't know. I never thought about it like that. Oh wait, there was a comment, I just missed it. I just read a book that was classified by the publishers as teen. It was definitely not for teens. The content was definitely not suitable for 12 to 17-year-olds. Yeah, now sometimes I really wonder who is determining what categories these should go in. Let's see. The new adult, young adult difference always feels to me like YA was who I am. NA felt like where I'm going, but they're both coming of age. NA is only anything as self-published books. Traditional publishing doesn't recognize it. Yeah. I just heard about it maybe a couple years ago and then never again. And now maybe primarily is Nevernight NA. Some people would argue Nevernight is young adult. Jay Kristoff would tell you is adult. I feel like it's more adult, maybe still on the younger entry-level adult fantasy side, but I think that Nevernight belongs in adult. And maybe this is my old lady mind when there's something has like explicit sex scenes in it. I'm like, this is not for children's eyes, but it's, I don't know. I think adult books are intimidating because of the inaccessible discussions on politics and the sex. Publishing uses the term crossover potential now when talking about books that could work in adult market for YA readers. Yeah. I don't know. Oh Lord, I scrolled too far. Adult books were only intimidating when I was 16 and getting back into reading. Very fair. Because this person said, I've been entrenched in the book community for years. I've been reading YA since I was in middle school, and I can navigate that section with ease. It's familiar and much, much smaller than the adult section. It took me years to feel comfortable browsing through the adult fiction sections at a bookstore library. I can only imagine how much harder it would be for readers who aren't as well versed in identifying books that they would be interested in. So I don't know. This person said, it took me to the age of 25 to have the realization that, hey, I think I'm confident enough now to find books in the adult section that I might like. I wouldn't call that easy, and a lot of people have had the same experience. I don't know. I've never really had that issue. For me, it was finding books that actually appealed to me, an adult, less than being intimidated. Why does everything have a category? Just be a book. Well, I mean, they do need categories for marketing purposes. Like obviously, if it's a children's book, middle grade, YA, because they're obviously going to try to marketing on that specific group. But I mean, I read middle grade, young adult, so I don't know. Who else was reading random books from their grandma's shelf as a kid? It's like, if this is all you have, I guess I'm reading this romance book. Adult books can feel intimidating because adult readers can sometimes be really condescending, especially if you're coming from mainly young adult reads. That's fair. I'm 21 and still doing middle grade. Look, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm still reading middle grade. I'm older than 21 though. This is where librarians and booksellers help new readers, but because we've lost so many of them, readers are now on their own at the shelves. Oh. Having a category gives you an idea of the tone. Yeah, very true. And I mean, middle grade and young adult books can still have, a stronger tone or talk about heavier topics, but just maybe in a different way than they would be handled in an adult book. Because there was that conversation on Twitter a couple months ago about like trauma and hard-hitting topics in young adult. And like, I guess someone was saying that it shouldn't be, and other people were like, why not? Because like, that's real life. Every teenager's life or every young adult's life is not devoid of trauma, so it can be in books. 38 and have gone back to middle grade. Yes, middle grade. I've really recently started getting into more middle grade, and I've been loving it. That's how I read Flowers in the Attic as a kid off of grandma's shelves. Oh my God. I have a lot of Patterson and Kuntz and random things because my family knew I liked reading but didn't bother asking what I like. Isn't that the worst when someone's like, oh, I know you like reading. Here's this book. And you're like, no, but I don't like reading this though. I don't like it. Yeah, I read adult books between the ages of 10 and 17 because that's what I found. Didn't get into YA before 17. Now at 28, I am reading more adult. Honestly, starting to love a good middle grade. Yes, because there's no romance. Ugh. I mean, I would enjoy so many more YA books if there was less romance arcs. I can't stand it. Very YA. Olivia has a great video about why adults should read more middle grade. I need that. Let's see. R.L. Stein. Yes. I'm reading a lot more middle grade because I have 2 elementary age kids. That makes sense. But yeah, I don't have children. I'm reading middle grade. Oh my God, Island of the Blue Dolphins. Yes. Do I have that book? I feel like I have that book. I think it's down there. Maybe. But yes, Island of Blue Dolphins. Oh my God. That is, yeah, Steph. You're a children and teens librarian, so you kind of need to read those books so you can be able to recommend them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think what are we talking? Hey, we're talking about categories for books. Because someone was saying that we do not need the new adult category, which we really don't have. But I guess some people are wanting a new adult category. But the conversation here to me is really that we have middle grade, young adult, and adult, and that's fine. Yeah, I first look at a cover as going to be the first thing that grabs me, honestly. And then I'm going to read the synopsis and be like, see how I feel about it. Yeah, Island of Blue Dolphins. That's a classic. The only person that ever managed to give me books I like without asking beforehand is a colleague of mine. I can, like, luckily when I did get to buy books, which was rare, my mom would take me to Books A Million to buy books, so I got to pick it out. But I would hate, even I go home now, and she'll be like, oh, I have this book for you. And I'm like, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that book. But I just wish there was a way for me to find late 20s, early 30s coming of age books easily. Very true. Yeah, I feel like, do those exist? Do late 20s, 30s coming of age books exist? Because I feel like everyone thinks that people only come of age when they're teenagers. And it's like, we still be growing and learning too. People in their 20s. I read it of adult books. Zebra. Does that say zebra romances? Zebra romances? Did you hear that, Nigel? Yeah, don't buy me books unless it's like specifically on a wish list. Don't go in the store and think. Don't try for me. Don't do that. I wish more books were for the 20 and 30-year-olds. Yeah. There's also the issue of people assuming fantasy books by women have to be young adult. Yes. Yes. Yes to that. I feel it's all teens coming of age, and it makes me sad because I'm definitely going through second puberty. Come on, okay? Quarter life crisis over here. I need those books too. Someone, like, we struggle. We have things. Maybe we're not going through acne or our first boyfriend, but we're going through life struggles, okay? And I'm waiting for someone to write that book. If anyone has a second coming of age book for people in their later 20s, let me know. Why do young people always have to fight evil? Like, I want a book about a grandma fighting evil. Can somebody please write that book? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, she'd be like, I have to take off my rollers and my house shoes, but I'm about to kick some ass. I would read it. Let's see. Having 9 copies of the same book you won't read because people keep gifting it to you. Like, I don't need it anymore. Please. I really need, let's see. In my opinion, what needs to happen is more YA styles need to bleed more into adult categories, and pubs need to market those to YA readers to transition them. We're seeing it in romance, romance, and fantasy. Yes. Yes, definitely. Who is Zebra? What is that? We need grandma fighting evil. So who is in here and is going to write about kick-ass granny? We are all ready to pre-order. Barbara Hamley. Her protagonists are 30-something people with deep issues having adventures. Oh, The one with murdery grandma. I need it. Yeah, anytime grandma versus the forces of evil, she would beat him with her slippers. How long is this live gonna last? Honestly, I don't know. I really only had one more like topic, and I kind of was just gonna go with the flow and see what people. I believe it's already been an hour. I've been flapping like Zebra had a holiday. I do not remember those. Adult books won't bite. Yeah, it won't. They'll just cost you more money. Murder, She Wrote. Oh my God. My stepdad used to watch that all the time. But for some reason, I thought it was called Murder, She Wrote, like as one word. I swore it was called Murder, She Wrote. And it was not until years later that I realized it was Murder, She Wrote. Oh, an imprint. Okay. Hey, Arnold. Yes. Someone write a fic about Hey Arnold's grandma. We would love it. Grandma's returning to magic school to finish their magic degree. Yes, please. Oh my God. Adult books are so expensive. And the yes, I need regular book community and then a live one where we discuss what came up. I love this. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, adult books are so expensive and it pisses me off. I didn't buy this book. I got it from the library, but A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik was so YA, but it was from an adult imprint and it's like 249 pages and it's an adult price. And I think that's rude. I don't like it. I'm frozen. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh no, I'm sorry. Nigel is so judgy. He's reading the comments. Aren't you being a judgy? Aren't you being a judger? Oh my God, La Chancla. Are you gonna write it? Can you write it? Please. Please. $249. No, it's 249 pages, but it was still an adult price. And I mean, what are adult books? 20, depending on the book, 20 something dollars. I just feel like if it's an adult book, but it's short, like Pure Nessie, it shouldn't cost as much as an adult book that's 500 pages. You know what I'm saying? YA is fun because it's reasonable for the character to make stupid, impulsive decisions, so it feels like anything is possible. If the protagonist is 28 and acting like a 16-year-old, yeah, no, that wouldn't be good. That would not be good. Okay, I'm gonna give Nigel a little treat here. The Golden Girls, but kicking butt. Oh my God, yes. Wait, there are Murder, She Wrote books? I didn't know that. Yeah, they're like $28. It's kind of ridiculous. Unless it's like a Brandon Sanderson book, hardcover, brand new, it's like $35, depending on where you get it from. Adult book costs more, just like adult clothes. I hate, look, I know my videos, I have like 5 shirts that I recycle. And then I have like pullovers because I hate buying clothes. I hate it. I did not know Murder, She Wrote was a book series. What? Okay, that's it. No more. I did not know that. Oh my God. Look at me learning. Look at me learning. But like, okay, what is this? So this is a middle grade hardcover. And the cover price is $17.99. But then this is an adult hardcover. And this cover price says $25.99. Ooh, I'm always sad for y'all in Canada when I be looking at that Canadian price. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Books in the US are so expensive. Alexa, sign me up. Look, we all here need. Jess, are you gonna read my book about my great grandma if I get it published? Yes. Yes. I want grandma books. I want Granny as the protagonist. I am here for it. Yeah, I'm sorry about y'all in Canada. Oof. Because I've been obviously trying to buy more books from independent bookstores. Let me tell you what. It has slowed down my book buying faux show because when I go to checkout, I got 2 books. When I bought The Poppy War and The Dragon Republic, 2 books, 2 hardcovers. After shipping, it was like $50. And I was like, I was like, I don't. Ooh. I mean, I bought it, but it hurts. It hurt to buy those books. I usually only buy like 2 at a time because it usually comes up to about $50 for 2 books. I want to move to Canada and I see the Canadian dollar price in books, and I'm like, maybe not. It's pricey. 100 pages poetry book for $21. Unacceptable. Bye, Cody. UK tends to pin up more paperbacks. So yes, why? Does anyone know? Why does publishing in the US have to do hardcover first? Because there's so many books. I want the paperback, and we have to wait. Let's see. To the person who will write Grandma Protagonist book, they'll dedicate it to this chat and channel for the inspiration. Yes. Everyone here better pre-order it too. I'm writing a book about my great-grandma who was a Holocaust survivor. She came out as lesbian when she was 73 and started kickboxing in 2016 when neo-Nazis became prevalent in her VA neighborhood. Are you serious? Yes, I will buy that. What? Ugh. There are books about a Scottish granny? Super grand? Oh my God. Let me get it. Yeah, I need, there have been this new trend of YA books being adult priced. The Hunger Games prequel, that one was like $24, and I was like, no. Hardcover first is 100% capitalism. Yes, I hate it. I'm always like, I want the paperback, and you have to wait like a year sometimes for that. And then I was waiting for the House in the Cerulean Sea paperback, and then they showed what it was going to be, and it has this ugly yellow strip on the side that says New York Times bestseller, and I'm like, I don't need that on my book. Ugh. The Little Lady Who Broke All the Rules. Great book. They live in a retirement home and rob a bank. What? I only buy hardcovers because I feel so bad about bending, damaging the cover of paperbacks. Yeah. Certain books, it depends on the series, but hardcovers are my shelves and how they look and how they stand up, but I prefer reading paperbacks, US paperbacks, because UK paperbacks, like these Mistborn ones, are so short and you usually have to break the spine. Why? Speaking of, wait, a lot of YA paperback or books never get paperbacks if they don't sell enough, the paperback is canceled. Ugh. You would think they would do it the other way, because when I'm thinking that paperback is cheaper to make than a hardcover, so like, why wouldn't you do that? See if it sells well and if it justifies a hardcover. Like, that seems to make sense to me. I don't know. Ooh, mass market is not for me. I hate when they put the bestseller or book club stickers. Look here. I was trying to buy a copy of The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. And now every copy has the Read with Jenna sticker, and I'm so pissed. I'm like, I need to go on eBay or something. I need to find a used copy because I do not want that sticker on my book. I don't want it. I doubt The Hate You Give will ever come out in paperback in the US. It didn't? That's surprising. The Hate You Give's not out in paperback? The new Random House Delacour imprint doing that finally first run paperbacks for thrillers. It's an interesting test. Ooh, yes. Because I know a lot of like romance just comes out in paperback. That makes no sense that they haven't released The Hate You Give as a paperback, seeing as it's been on like the bestseller list for like 3 years. That doesn't make any sense. Yes. Oh my gosh. I saw that mess. He posted a picture from like his live stream, and he was reading, I think, let me make sure before I'm calling somebody the wrong thing. Hold up. People are so redonkulous over cracking spines. It makes no sense. Okay. So, they posted on their Twitter a picture. I was like, this is how I like to read books. And I don't know if they took it down because a certain person got all freaking pissy about it, but they've retweeted a lot of tweets. I don't know if I can find it. Hold on. Oh, I think they deleted it. Ugh, boo. Anyway, it was a picture, or it was like 4 pictures and paperbacks, and I think they also posted a video of them like breaking the spine, because some people like to go ahead and break the spine of a paperback, and then someone got all mad, and I can't see the thread anymore, but it was like, why would you do that to like a luxury item? And I guess something ensued. I didn't see the thread, but my friend sent me like, sorry for posting pictures of reading and what I do with my books. Like, I'm sorry that it was, even if it's for comfort, a video or a live show, I hope the ones I've harmed at this time can log off Twitter and take some time to forgive me for the harm I supposedly caused because I decided to post a picture on the internet. I'm sorry I made you call me a wetback. I will do better in the future. As a wise philosopher once said, I've messed up and I deeply apologize. Like, who gets that butthurt about what someone else does with their book? Maybe you were cringing slightly, but to go ahead and type it out on Twitter makes no sense. Yes, mind your business. That doesn't make any, like, why would that make you upset? I've fallen asleep while reading and bent the cover of my book. So, you know, it happens. She wasn't even being attacked. Somehow the original picture poster got called racial slurs. I used to love breaking the spine. It was so satisfying. I don't do it at first, but if I need to in order to enhance my reading experience, I'll snap that bitch. I don't care. I only like keep books in pristine if they're like a collector edition, and then I'm not even reading those anyway. That's usually I'm getting that and I already have a copy of the book. Nigel, what are you doing? My book spines are crinkled. UK paperback. I have the UK paperback of The Hate You Give also, but I swore that they had a paperback of the US, but I guess not. Let me go back up, y'all. Book guru gossip was arguing forever about if books are luxury items or not. Yikes. Get out of here. That guru gossip sounds a mess. My book spines are crinkled. Floppy paperbacks are my life. I'm that flop. I just love to, you know, like fan myself with a floppy paperback. It is truly a gift from the heavens. When I cringe when I see people dog ear, but I'm not going to come for anyone. Exactly. I used to dog ear, and now I just use whatever's close as a bookmark. Like last night, I used Nigel's leash as a bookmark because it was close. Hey, I do what I do. Let's see. People express their love for books in different ways. For some, that's cracking spines and being comfortable whilst reading. Yes. Some people love their book to look read, like they write in it, tabs, bookmark or dog ear the pages. It's like, I've stopped caring about the state of my regular editions. My spines are crinkled, pages are dog-eared, highlights, writing. Are books a luxury item? Sure, but who the fuck cares what someone does with their $20 luxury item? Exactly. I don't get it. I usually use a grocery receipt. I've done a receipt, Post-it note, a sock, candy wrapper. If it's close and it will fit in my book, I will put it in there. The remote, my glasses, whatever I will put in to hold my place. I just memorize the page number. Do you have magic powers? Because how do you do that? I could never remember. And the thing what's shameful is I have mugs full of bookmarks. These are bookmarks. I have mugs back here full of bookmarks. I have a mug over there full of bookmarks. I always leave them up here. Then I go downstairs with my book and I'm like, oh darn, I don't have a bookmark. What's close? I love hardback and paperback equally. That is very nice. I feel like, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't love reading hardcovers as much. Although I love reading a hardcover once you're like perfectly in the middle of the book and it just perfectly lays open. My favorite. But that doesn't last that long when you're reading the first part and you got like this much versus this much, or this much versus this much. You're like, and it depends on how you read. I like to read laying down, even though my back hates it. I like to read like that. Yeah, I've used my phone as a bookmark. You know, you just, what is near? I'm going to use it. As long as it's like not a food item. I'm so used to reading library books. Reading with a book without that has plastic cover feels so weird. Yeah. I use bookmarks, free bookmarks from Library or Bookshop that are like calendars. I don't know. When I used to order from Book Depository, they always sent a bookmark. I would use those for the longest time. I just flipped through the pages trying to find where I last stopped. Oh my gosh, I can't. I would never remember. I like that hardbacks are usually the same height. I also take off the dust jacket. Yes. I've seen people read with the dust jacket on. And I used to do that when I was younger. I have books from when I was younger that I used to read with the dust jacket on. Mom was like, you, they are like destroyed. So now I definitely take the dust jacket off. But yes, those hardcovers that have the ribbon in them are super nice. But I feel like that only comes with like special editions. And then I don't physically read those anyway. I love hardbacks, but honestly, I prefer paperbacks lately. I also love a mass market. Oh my God. They're very easy to carry. Excuse me, I'll give you that, but I do not like reading a mass market. Oh, custom bookmarks. Oh, cute. I used to buy all of the bookmarks when I was on. Exactly. Reading with the dust jacket on? That's treacherous. No. I was for a while buying a lot of like wood marks from In the Reads and Word. I can't remember. Another one. One from Ink and Wonder. And then I would buy like a pack of bookmarks from the shop. I was like, okay, I don't even use these, so I stopped buying bookmarks. I don't know who reads with the dust jacket on. That's just sorcery to me. It's like, I'm like, take it off. Take it off. Yeah, don't dog at your library books. Oh, show. Don't do that. French flaps? What are French flaps? Oh, is that like... Is that like the front and then it has like little... I do love deckled edges. What I do not like is... I wonder if I can find it. I don't want y'all to see my sweatpants. Hold on. Nigel, are you going to talk to the people? Okay. What I do not like on paperbacks is this little like... The cover doesn't go all the way. Why? Just make the cover come all the way. Can you see this? This little step back, this little lean back. I hate it. Why? Just extend the cover all the way. Like this just grinds my gears. I love this book, but yeah, I don't know. Were you saving money? What is this doing for you? I hate it. That's just, I like deckled edges. French flaps or paperbacks with a flap. Yes, I like that. If the book is white, I leave the dust jacket on. No. Yes, the flap. I didn't know it was called a French flap. Now I know. Step backs. Yes. Why? We gotta step back. Let's step the whole thing. I hate it. Dang it. Now I'm not gonna put that back. I hate it. It's so weird. I just went on a huge rant about this when I was at the bookstore about step backs because they're terrible. It's garbage. Like, why? They're like, oh yes, look at this cover design. Let's just move it back just a little bit. Who came up with that? It's so stupid. Let's set it up. Exactly, not back. I used to use the dust jacket to save my place. No, Lord. Ooh, no. Yes, the corners get beat up. You love step backs? No! Sorry. No. No, thank you. Romance often have a different image underneath. For some reason, I'm envisioning the Animorph covers where, you know, it went like, and you could like look and see the bodies of them transforming. Oh no. A reversible dust jacket? Ooh. Have I seen that? I don't know if I've seen a reversible dust jacket. I definitely have some that have like fan art in the inside, but I never reverse mine. They're cheesy and bring me joy. Hey, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Step backs are pretty for historical romance. They're really dope. I still have the same bookmark from when I went to Egypt over 10 years ago. Hey, if I buy a book on a trip, I usually leave the receipt in there, or if the store gave me a bookmark. Why does my computer keep doing this? But other than that, a second cover inside. Waste of paper. I like hard books with embossed little symbols. Yes. Animorphs. Animorphs were so good. You know the kid books with like a heart cut in the middle with some fuzzy that goes along with the story? Yeah. We need that with yes. I'm always like, I want more adult books or even young adult books to have illustrations. Like I want pictures too, damn it. I want pictures too. Okay, thank you for coming. Bye. Oh my God, sprayed edges. Look, back when I was the president of Trashbox 20, if a book was coming out with sprayed edges, I was buying it. I don't care if I hadn't read it. That's why I have the third book in the Ember in the Ashes series, because there was a Goldsboro edition with sprayed edges. I guess, yes, comics are adult books. I don't read comics or graphic novels. Yes, a map in a book. Exactly. I want just a book with illustrations and not a graphic novel. I just sprayed. And I've seen some people who spray their own edges, and I'm just jealous because I know if I tried, I would destroy it. Like I went on a hunt for this Strange the Dreamer edition, and I had to pay a pretty penny for it, and it's not even the one with sprayed edges, so I'm upset about it. Sprayed edges are... Oh, sorry, Nigel. Squishing Nigel. So when the page, instead of just being white, they're like this. They're a color. See, this is a beautiful Goldsboro, A Reaper at the Gates. Have I read any in this series? No, but this book is beautiful. And I feel like all books should have sprayed edges, but they don't. Okay, squishing you again, Nigel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. I'm just going to have a pile of books I need to put up. Like, I want to cry because I did not get that Poppy War set from Illumicrate, but I had to stick to my morals, and my bank account said no. Yes, sprayed edges. Hi. If someone knows how to do sprayed edges, can you teach me? I have some books I want to spray, but I just really feel like I would mess it up. I don't trust myself. I really don't. Ooh, yes. I have... I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have that. Book roasted a video. Ooh, I'll have to watch that. Even though I am so untalented, like I am so not artistic that I'm worried. Like, y'all don't, me and these, like I thank the Lord for my hands, okay? I can, I can do things with them. I can type and I can brush my teeth and I can eat. But when it comes to anything that requires talent, like doing my hair, can't do it. Sewing, can't do it. Knitting, can't do it. Drawing, can't do it. Cannot. So I'm nervous since I have to use my hands to spray the book that I won't mess it up. But maybe I'll get Andrew to do it. He's artistically inclined. Ooh, do it on a book I don't like. That is a good idea. I do have a couple here. I was planning on taking to the library for their free pile, so I will try that out. Oh, I am good with gestures. Hey, spirit fingers. The Poppy War trilogy is brilliant, but honestly, I'm going to throw the books at my therapist because the End of Burning God. Look, I just finished the Dragon Republic and I am not okay. Me and Rebecca need to have a conversation. I had to break it up and read a middle grade that made me happy, and then I have to read the Burning God. I am terrified. I am not ready. Love to hate sprayed edges. What's the hate about sprayed edges? It's only if they're not done well. Then it's like, eh. But I remember my copy of Six of Crows, I feel like was like kind of stuck together, but what's the hate about sprayed edges? Okay, I have not read Jade City. It's my plan this year because everyone's been loving it, and the third one comes out this year, so I won't have to wait. Yes, sticking together. That is the downside. I won't have to wait too long, but I've been hearing amazing things about Jade City since that Fonda Lee says is a cult classic, but I definitely want to read it. The bane of my existence, sparkly sprayed edges, side-eyeing fairy loot. How am I meant to read this when I get sparkles all over my fingers? I didn't know they had sparkly sprayed edges. I've never gotten anything from Fairy. I want everyone to read The Poppy War, but also it is not for everyone. The burning god didn't touch me that deeply, and now I'm side-eyeing myself because something must be wrong. Oh no. Oh no. I'm nervous. I've seen a lot of people love it. Some people were a little disappointed, so I'm kind of nervous. Thoughts on hardcovers without dust jackets to just have the picture printed on it. You know, I don't know what that's called, but I feel like I don't think I own any. I feel like I've seen that done a lot recently with like special editions. I think the Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, the Farseer trilogy, has special edition ones that are just like the hardcover printed on it. And I think the same for, there's like ones for Mistborn and the something else. I don't love them, to be honest. They have to be really pretty, and most of the time I don't think they're that pretty. I don't know. I love when things shed glitter. If you're getting something with glitter, it's going to be with you for at least 5 years. It's like sand. It just won't go away. Hardcover with no dust jacket. Yeah, I don't a Bible. I don't know what it's called, but naked hardback. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have any, but I've definitely seen it, and I've seen like, was it Owl Crates, Addie LaRue that had one? Maybe. But yeah, I don't love it, but I think the Poppy War trilogy captures so much of the history of colonialism and trauma in East Asia, so I guess I am biased in how I experienced it. Oh, thank you for coming. Bye. Owl Crate does that a lot. Yeah. A series of, oh yeah, that's true. A series of unfortunate events does not have dust jackets. Very true. I finished The Burning God Friday and still have a lot, and I'm still a pile of hot mess staring into a void. Oh no. Oh no. Do you plan on reading a big series such as Malazan? Okay. So is it Malazan? That was never on my radar. And then when I started watching more BookTube, it was on my radar as maybe something in the distant future I would read. And now I associate it with Mike's book reviews because he started like this year-long Malazan readathon. And now it's tainted and I have no desire to read those books. So no. I do want to try Wheel of Time. I have the first 2 books, so I'm going to give that a try and see if I like it. And if not, then I'm not going to continue. But I'm not going to read Malazan. Or at least not anywhere in the near future. I just have so many other things I'd rather read. Those book box prices are, that's something I wanted to talk about, but I feel like it's me coming off very negatively just because of my experience with book boxes, especially a Lumacrate, which is like great for her, but it gets tiring. Especially because they seem to keep doing the same series. Like every Cassandra Clare book does not need a special edition. It seems like a Lumacrate keeps doing that. And they're super expensive. Like I really wanted those Poppy War books, but I couldn't spend that. The Fairy Loot, Ember in the Ashes books were really beautiful. But yeah, the prices are outrageous. So I can't do it. Can you suggest something that will make my sad NB film loving ass cry? Oh, like, cry how? Because there's a lot of things. It depends, like, what do you like? Do you like, I read a lot of historical fiction that makes me cry. Those are usually the books that make me cry. I usually don't cry on anything else. I did cry in House on the Cerulean Sea just because my heart. Lucy, Chauncey, my heart. What do people do with the items in the book boxes? I've gotten 3 in my lifetime, and they sat on the floor until I got rid of them. So I don't know what people do. There are very few boxes actually come with like a useful item. Like I still have, when I got the King of Scars box from a Lumacrate, it did come with this throw blanket. Now I love a throw blanket. So this something that's super useful that I'll keep forever. A mug, I'll keep that forever. I mean, I'll burn a candle or whatever, but other things, like I can have some bookmarks, but if it's like straws or I don't know, they come with some random stuff that I feel like people just throw away. Someone said something else. I cannot afford book boxes. Well, me either. I can't, especially not a surprise. Like I need. Yeah, and there's some people who are like subscribed to multiple book boxes. I'm like, how are you doing that? But you know what? Do you? That's your money. If anyone wants to cry, I recommend We Are Not Free by Tracy Chee. I saw for almost 70% of the book. There you go. There you go. If you like historical fiction, read The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and I bet you'll cry that whole book because I did. I was a mess, a hot ass mess. Also in the realm of historical fiction, Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Amazing. Yeah, I usually only cry at historical fiction. It takes a lot for me to cry in fantasy. But, ooh, they had a speaker. That's cool. I want all the book boxes, but I am poor. Hey. Also. Yeah. We Are Not Free. There are any favorite sci-fi fantasy books? Oh, God. How dare you ask me this question? Favorite, I love so far the Brandon Sanderson young adult sci-fi series, Skyward. There's 2 books out. I love that one. I also, you know, even though Jay Kristoff has his issues, I love the Illuminate Files by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I love the Murderbot Diaries that I've been reading. Those are novellas by Martha Wells that are sci-fi and really fun. As for favorite fantasy, that's so hard. Look, if you haven't read the Daevabad trilogy by Shannon, City of Brass, Kingdom of Copper, Empire of Gold, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also, this right here, this isn't great if you have any kind of like, I'm nervous about adult fantasy. You need to read the Rhyuria Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. The first one is Theft of Swords. You need to read it. And it's definitely a traditional fantasy. There's a quest, there's magic, there's, you know, the good guys, the bad guys, but they're very accessible and they're funny. The 2 main characters are Royce and Hadrian. Hadrian is my husband, Hadrian Blackwater. Hello. And they're so funny. Their banter is A1, like the best bromance you'll ever read, ever. I don't care what anyone says about Gentlemen Bastards. That's the best bromance that ever exists. And they're funny. So it's like fantasy, and there are some heartbreaking moments, but they're super fun books. So I would say read the Rhyuria Revelations. I'm just like waving my hands everywhere by Michael J. Sullivan. Please, please, please. Okay. Guy Gavriel K. So far, I've read Tigana Sailing. Okay, I've heard about Tigana. I need to read it. I need to read it. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I need to read that. I did read To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. Hadrian is not yours, Julie. I will fight you. I will come through the screen. Okay, Hadrian is mine. Thank you. Don't make me get loud on this live. Don't make me get loud on this live. So I have started reading more nonfiction, and towards the end of last year, I started, and it's really from watching Ashley at Bookish Rome and Mara at Books Like Whoa really inspired me to. Hi, yes, still on. I'm still flapping my gums. Encouraged me to read more nonfiction, and so I did read, I think maybe 8 last year, and I've already read 2 so far this year. One I really liked that was called Black Fatigue, and another that I did not like called Big Friendship. Okay, bye. Yes. Oh, I'm glad we gave you some serotonin. Take care of yourself. I read Big Friendship, which I did not like, and I want to make a video. I want to do a video soon on like my recent nonfiction reads, and I'm going to talk about Big Friendship because I really could not stand that book also. I will do this live again and actually be better. I'll use StreamYards. I can put comments up here. No. Oh, please read The City of Brass. Please keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Anyone know about Scribd? The info says authors usually get paid, but it doesn't seem consistent. Don't want to keep paying. I didn't know that. I use Scribd on and off. So I didn't know there was an issue about authors getting paid. There better not be. Yes, please read the City Brass. Like, keep going. I promise. Keep going. Sorry. Okay, but we're at an hour and 40 minutes. So, educated. I've heard a lot about that one. Okay, this last topic, because I'm sure you're tired. And what time is it? Oh, 7:39. Okay. Oh, my W-2s are ready. I don't have a job, so I don't know what W-2 they're talking about. Sorry. Okay, but so separating the art from the artist. Now, this came up last week because someone tweeted about it. Daniel Green, who's like one of the bigger booktubers, did a fantasy awards, and he had Pierre Ford, who is also a larger booktuber, on. And there was a segment about like nominating protagonist, and she nominated a character from a book by Sam Sykes. So if you don't know, especially last summer, particularly in the science fiction and fantasy community, there were a lot of male authors who were accused of sexual assault by women, and it was primarily at conventions. And Sam Sykes was one of those. He came out, he made a statement, his publisher dropped him. Also, fun fact, he is Diana Gabaldon's son. I just want to always throw that out there. Anywho, she nominated one of his characters, and so the person was saying, like, nominating one of the characters from his book, seeing as he's problematic, was a choice, and like there's a conversation to be had about separating the art from the artist. And so it's just so hard because I feel like there's levels. Again, nuance is the word here. That needs to be our word of the year, nuance, with separating the art from the artist. And chapter Kate, she had a great video on this that I linked. But yes, Sam Sykes is Diana Gabaldon's son. Dead ass. Yes. Dead ass. Did you not know that? Yes. I love when I give a new factoid. Coffee and a classic book box. Ooh, that's cute. Dead ass, though. I love that you said that. Yeah, let's see. I read Outlander and I was like, it was fine. I tried to watch the show, I wasn't into it, but separating the art from the artist is so hard. I don't know. Obviously, we've had the big thing with Joanne, who, ruined everyone's lives and childhood. And there are still some people on Instagram who post Harry Potter, and a lot of people are upset about that because that is not respectful to the trans community. And so I feel, I don't know. Some people said with Harry Potter, you also can't separate the art from the artist because there are harmful things inside the book. But then if we're not talking about Harry Potter, that's obviously the biggest one. But then there's obviously the authors who were accused of sexual harassment, and like it wasn't just one person, it was multiple. And so there was Sam Sykes, there was Mike Cole, there was, dang it, I can't remember. There were a bunch of male authors. There was something with who's the guy who wrote The Gentleman Bastard? Scott Lynch. So it's like, I feel like if you already own the books, you DNF City of Brass, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. If you already own the books, you can go ahead and read them. I don't know. Like, is it okay to read books by problematic authors and or that have problematic content if you acknowledge that? Or should you, if you read it, not talk about it on your channel, on your page at all? Like, help. Let's see. Authors being problematic doesn't take value or enjoyment away from their books. And in that case, I think you should just buy the books secondhand or pirate them. Yeah, Mark Lawrence. Ooh, I was never attached to HP, so I had no qualms on hauling it. Cole, are you referencing Guy Gavriel Kay? There was something with Jay Asher, and I don't remember what he wrote, but there was something a couple years ago. I got rid of nearly all my HP stuff. She who must not be named. Yeah, we had to throw Joanne in the trash. Um, wait. Hi from Mexico. Hello. You can buy secondhand so they don't get any money. True. It does not take away value from their work. It's like, would you still listen to R. Kelly songs? Oh, I know. I'm so mad. I don't have any R. Kelly songs on my phone anymore, but it's so annoying because there was some serious bops that I had to let go. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Let's see. If you don't want to be criticized for it, don't put it online. Let's see. I personally cannot separate it because I cannot live with myself supporting people who do problematic, but I can understand how some can, but at least don't give them a platform. Yeah. It's like, if you already own it, read it. Just don't keep buying their works and don't promote it. Yeah. Y'all should check out the beauty community. The beauty community is a mess, okay? I'm not even in it, but just especially last year, I just was on the periphery and I was like, I can't even. Yeah, if you think we're messy, it's nothing on the beauty community. Yeah, R. Kelly, god damn it. Jay Asher was a creep. James Dashner, yeah, I remember when that happened too. And I unhauled his books honestly because I wasn't going to reread them. Ugh. Roman Polanski, gross. I feel like there's a difference between remaining, oh damn it, where'd my comment go? Remaining emotionally attached to something and promoting it. I also feel like a whole lot is problematic to some extent. It depends on if people are hurt. Yeah. There's definitely variations. Like some people are like, and some, I don't know. It's just that there are so many good books not written by terrible people. Yes. It's like, god damn it. While I love the internet and I love Twitter, it really has ruined a lot of people for me. It hurts. We call her in my house Karen. Yeah. I'm struggling between giving away my secondhand Red Sister or actually reading it. I have Red Sister too, and I plan to read it to at least, I mean, I already have it, but I don't know. There are some great people in the beauty community. I like Smoky Glow. Is that her channel? I like her. And what's her name? Jackie. I know, because she's fun. But I don't really wear makeup. So for the most part, I don't watch their videos, but they're funny. They're entertaining. Does it depend on whether the author actually changes their behavior, and do you go solely on accusation? Is really tricky. It is so hard. Now I know a lot of the stuff with the allegations, especially with Sam Sykes, like he came out and admitted to it. So that's like confirming he did it. So yeah, it's definitely not a one size fits all. Not like, yes, always don't read their books. It's so hard. Let's see. Excuse me. For me, it's about the time and money I spent reading it. Why would I read from a problematic author when I have other options? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Smoky Glow is chill. I've watched a couple of Rob B.D. Christie's videos, and honestly, just because I like them and not because I don't watch her makeup. I just like them. But Smoky Glow is probably my fave. And then Jackie's just she's just a character. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hello. Let's see. I personally can separate art from the artist. However, I believe people with a big platform shouldn't necessarily promote wherever you read it in private. It's up to you. Yeah. I mean, yes. It's so hard. It's so hard. I don't know. It's not just that bad authors don't deserve your money. It's that they also don't deserve your attention. Yes. Ooh, Abby Williamson, Too Much Mouth, and Angela. Right. Joanne doubled down. Like, she was like, I'm going to die on this here hill. Okay. I don't care what none of y'all say. It's like, why? Oh, yeah. Chimamanda, transphobic comments. Did she apologize? Okay, that's good. I didn't see it. I need to go read it. But obviously, I'm not the person to accept her apology. But I feel the way white people ignore JKR's low-key racism is what led her to her current nonsense. Yes. Let's see. With the author is tricky because she is so hands-on with her intellectual property. Yeah. And it's obviously, I've seen that people, it's easier to separate art from the artist when they're dead. So like H.P. Lovecraft, who was notoriously racist, but obviously he is not alive anymore. But when someone's alive and they're constantly like making comments and saying problematic shit, it makes it way harder to separate them. So I feel that. Let's see. I jumped in mid-combo, but if we're talking about JKR, I feel like I'll still read the HP books I already own, but will not be buying anything else that she would make money off of. Yeah. The internet has really ruined my faves. Really, you know, it's really sad. It's been amazing and also really sad at the same time. It's, god damn it. Like, why couldn't y'all stay off Twitter? If the artist is dead and you're consuming their work critically, I think it's fine. Yeah, because you definitely have to acknowledge, you know, the problematic shit in their books. I haven't read any of Lovecraft. I've read some books that take his like tropes or Lovecraftian themes and kind of spin them, and I really love those, but I haven't read any of his work specifically. I might reread HP, but I won't talk about them on my channel. That's very fair. I don't know how that's pronounced. Is it Chin Lu supporting the Uyghur genocide? It's so upsetting. I feel like more people have been talking about that recently, and I'm glad because I've been seeing it for a while. I talked about it like, I can't remember when the Mulan movie came out, but I wanted to read that book, The Three Body Problem, and now I'm like, god damn it! Oh, I need to read watch Lovecraft Country. I need to watch it. I'm so behind on TV though, honestly. I actually started to Google every author because I'm afraid they might be problematic. This is when ignorance is bliss. Because it's like, it's so hard. Have you heard about Agatha Christie? Look up the original title and then there were none but trigger warnings. Oh yeah, I definitely saw that. There was someone who posted about it on Instagram a couple years ago, and they had like a book with the original title, and then I don't know, it was really in bad taste. I haven't read any Agatha Christie, but yeah, I remember the title of that book. Sushin Lu. Is that how you say it? I always have to Google before I do a video. I always have to like Google how things are pronounced because I'm real bad at pronunciation. Yeah, it's so sad. There was a letter a bunch of prominent authors signed a few years ago to defend a rapist. I refuse to read by any of those authors who signed that, including Atwood. Oh no. Yes. Ooh, a Rotten Apples book for authors and books. Who's gonna start that website? Who's gonna start it? I know there's a couple people on Twitter who said that they have had they have blacklist where they keep authors and people in the community that have been problematic, but it's, I don't know. People actually think you can be horrible without that leaking into your books. You can't. Yeah, the original title of Then There Were None. It ain't cute. It ain't cute. Yeah, if you reread HP, you just do that. You just it just makes me so upset. So I have Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. I can't remember what he did exactly. I don't have any Sam Sykes books. I don't have any by Mike Cole. I think I have this book, and I can't remember the author's name right now. I can't see it, and the author did some problematic shit, so I might read it, but I just wouldn't talk about it on my channel. Romance is not so quiet now that RWA blew apart. Yeah. Atwood signs all. I haven't read the What? I haven't read any or The Handmaid's Tale. I watched the show though, and I was like, I haven't finished it because sometimes it becomes too much. Huh? Oh, just kidding. I'm not getting the COVID vaccine. Not getting it. It was an email, and I thought it was about the vaccine being available for us, but it's yeah. The title, Agatha Christie is not alive. Yeah, she's not alive. I was like, wait. Yeah, Jessica Cluess. Yikes. Big yikes. Big yikes. 5 classes you had to read The Handmaid's Tale. Good God. It's a lot. I love the show, though. The show is incredible and terrifying. But, woof. I don't even post any bookish content, but anything I have where the author's problematic is on a separate shelf now. Agatha Christie's books have a lot of deeply ingrained colonialism and racism. I mean, it would make sense for the time she was writing. And yeah, I haven't read any of them. She is not alive, but if I'm not mistaken, her estate still owned the rights to the books. I do not know. I do not know. Can you imagine the publishers and the editors that thought, sure, Agatha, great title, right? They're like, yeah, we love it. Let's go ahead with it. Different time. I also wrote off the authors that joined Sarah Dessen in her Twitter attack against that graduate student. That was messy as hell. They jumped in so quick without knowing. And some of them did apologize. Like Roxane Gay did apologize, like legitimately, but some of the other ones did not apologize. Not okay. The Handmaid's Tale isn't a good book. But the show is good, though. That show is amazing. There's not many things where I'm like, oof, I can't watch this right now. But that show, it gets a little too close. And I'm like, I can't do this. Sarah Dessen. So there was like, she took an out of context quote, and it was about like a college program where they were selecting a book for like the freshman class to read. And the program was basically talking about, they were trying to talk about more like, I don't want to say the term important, more important, diverse works and stuff. And she took part of it out of context. So she didn't see the whole like article or whatever. And she posted about it or whatever. And then she also didn't do a good job of erasing the student's name. So then all of her followers attacked the girl who had said that. And it was more of like, we're just trying to get texts that are talking about more relevant topics and like harder topics than just a contemporary novel. You know, that's what does she write? Like YA contemporary novels. Not saying anything against her book, just saying they were trying to pick something basically like a harder hitting topic. And so she posted that, and all of her author friends like came, they were calling the girl a bitch, a fucking bitch. Then authors like Roxane Gay, Angie Thomas, they were all commenting on how like bad the girl was and how she shouldn't have said that. And then the whole like article was revealed, and I was like, oh, you took that out of context. And then it was like, oh, I'm sorry. And so Roxane Gay did post a real apology, I remember, but I don't know if Angie Thomas did. And yeah, it was just a bunch of authors who just like jumped on it, just saw her tweet, didn't do any more research themselves, and were like on the attack. And so many people went after that poor girl. And what are you doing? Yeah, it was bad. Because of the tea you spilled, I am not buying any books from Jessica Cluess. Who needs to buy Clue for 1,000? Yes. Also, yeah, Ellen Hildebrand, who I've been calling Erin Hildebrand for years. That was a mess. I never thought that authors were trolling their hashtags, and her comment was disgusting. It's ironic how people who write for a living don't read. That's it. I was about to say that's the tweet. Tweet. So many, yes, Dessen misrepresented the whole thing for her fucking pity party. It was ridiculous. Oh, consensual hex. Yes, I talked about that in a video a while ago. That was disgusting. And I was shocked that it actually got published. She's gross. But yeah. Can I just get an article that's full of authors? Is someone going to write it? Because I'm tired. I don't want to write it. It's so, but once someone does write that or makes a document, there'll be someone else. It's never ending. You would have to do a Google Doc so you can continuously update it because someone's always going to be showing their ass. It's kind of ridiculous. And I haven't watched Bridgerton yet, but there were issues with that author and diversity. But I know a lot of people have enjoyed Bridgerton, but I haven't watched it. Consensual Hex is a book, and I can't remember the specifics, but the author essentially took experiences from people she went to college with and basically just changed the name, but wrote all their personal experiences out, like sexual encounters and all this different stuff, like deep personal things from people that she went to school with in the book, and really didn't change any of the things that happened, just really changed the name and was publishing it. And the people who knew her, who these experiences were about, like read it and were like, this is disgusting. This is literally my story. And she just changed the name. And I was like, God. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Who's going to make the Google form of shitty authors? Who is it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Am I going to have to do it? I don't want to do it. Am I going to have to watch Bridgerton and do a reaction to it? I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how people do reaction videos without getting copyright claims on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to publish that Consensual Hex, but it was gross. Yeah, go to the Goodreads comments, because the people who read it, who those stories are about, you can see their comments as like the top ones, and they're giving it 1 star because they actually read it. So it's gross. I do believe in growth and second chances, but I wish people weren't so quick to show their asses for all of us to see, honestly. I'm serious. I worry that I get too into trying to sort authors into good enough and horrible that it gives me an out to feel better without engaging as much with the power structures. Yeah. You have to watch Bridgerton. Dang it. You could watch it and make a video about what you like, dislike. True. True. Yeah. Go read the Goodreads reviews for Consensual Hex. It's gross. I don't know if it's true from his heart or if he's doing it to avoid backlash, but I hope it's true. Wait, who? Wait, what? Haven't delved into it. Hold on. Actually came out, said he was wrong in his homophobia is trying to include queer characters. Wait, are y'all talking about Brandon Sanderson? I missed it. Yeah. But see, okay, someone also, I do not have a P.O. box. I mean, technically my address it's not my physical address because it's a FPO address, so I have that. But I mean, so Brandon Sanderson still is a member of the Mormon Church. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know where to go there because I obviously enjoy Sanderson. His books definitely have a lot of religion in them, but it's not the Mormon religion, but he definitely has religion often as a theme in his books. So I don't know. It's really hard because he's obviously still a member of the Mormon Church and they don't approve of homosexual relationships. So I don't know. I have been back watching your videos to take notes on authors to avoid, but yes, someone wants to make a Google Doc. Yes. Yeah, exactly. He gives tithe money to the Mormon Church. So it's like, Brandon. Brandon, why? Oh yeah, Julia Quinn's whole thing about not writing diverse books because she doesn't want to write about suffering, but her main character has a stutter and ableism is a big part of the story. Which is just so shocking because it's like, you can write happy stories for marginalized characters. It's fiction. You can have their ending be whatever you want. They don't have to suffer. Bridgerton manages to be problematic and sexy at the same time. I have mixed feelings. It's so hard. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Also not a fan of the overcoming disability narrative in Bridgerton. Yeah. Yeah, why can't people of color get a happily ever after? No one said, like, you're writing historical fiction, so give them a happily ever after. As an ex-Mormon, wait, it's hard for me because the Mormon church says they don't hate gays, but still won't recognize gay marriage. I know. I don't know. At this point, like, there's a large amount of Mormon authors in fantasy, is there? I always knew Stephanie Myers was Mormon, but if every story about an Irish person isn't about the potato famine, then stories about POC don't have to be about pain. Yes. That is so spot on. That's so good. It's so hard. I feel like at some point we've all read a problematic author, and there's probably some we still don't even know about because they're smart enough to be quiet on social media. And not to say that's to excuse problematic authors. It's just so hard. It's just hard. I don't know. Doesn't the female main character sexually assault the love interest? I keep hearing that on Twitter. The author of 50 Shades of Grey is Mormon? What? Is she? What? That is so weird. It is so weird. Yes, I want happy endings. You don't have to be, that doesn't always have to be sad or trauma or go through. Oh, I've heard gross things about Orson Scott Card. I haven't read anything by him, but he's a Mormon and a homophobic. I can't believe E.L. James is Mormon. That seems like, bye, thanks for coming. That seems. Now, Stephanie Meyer makes sense when you like reread Twilight or watch the movie and just all of the little things, like you can see like how Edward was so much about like, we can't have sex until we're married. You're like, that's her Mormonism coming out. You thought 50 Shades was written by a man. Ew, he funds anti-LGBT Oh no, we can't have that. That's gross. The anti-abortion. We don't prove that. Where is my chapstick? I'm sorry. I've been talking too much. My lips are chapped. Where's my lip chap? Hold on. Oh, sorry, Nigel. Sorry, Nigel. Nigel could be dead asleep, and he's like, oh, if you getting up, I'm getting up. 2 hours. Oh, my Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm talking too much. Orson Scott Card was JKR before JKR. You can't have any chapstick, boo-boo. This is not for you. You can't have none. Here, let me pretend to put some on you. There you go. You got some chapstick? Here you go. Boop, boop. There you go. Good job. Keep talking. Don't say that, okay? There was wine in here, and this wine is almost gone. I talk a lot. Why are there so many controversial authors? I wish I knew. I thought people who wrote books were the good people. I thought we were the good people. Obviously, problematic people are everywhere. So many stories from Irish culture. Yes. Yes, moisturize. Hey. Gotta keep them lips. Why can't authors, especially those for YA or middle grade, understand the impact they have on the next generation? You would. We are here for the long takes, and Nigel, you're doing fine. Yeah. Is there more controversial authors, or are we just aware now? I think more aware, definitely, since social media, we definitely just have more ability to know all their information. And then when they readily take to Twitter and let us know how terrible they are, you know, there's that. Nigel, yes, we got to keep him moisturized, even though he hates it. When I try to put this little cream on his paws, on his nose, he'd be trying to fight me. But I'm like, we're not ashy in this household. Well, maybe Andrew is, because I can't help him. I'm like, okay, you can stay ashy, but we're gonna be moisturized over here. You know, I try to help him, but if he gonna be ashy, he gonna be ashy. Yeah, we're just more aware, for sure. They do know the impact they have on the next generation, and they want the impact to be homophobic, misogynistic, and racist. Oh, yeah, Twitter, woof. Twitter has been some folks' true downfall. When is Nigel writing a book? Well, I've been waiting for his opposable thumbs to show up because I would, he's supposed to be a co-creator of this channel, but he don't be helping me do nothing. He don't be editing. He don't be editing the captions. Like, homie, I need you to put in your work. This ain't fair. Is it your dinner time? It's not your dinner time yet. You're all right. Here, have a treat. Who is MZB? Who's MZB? Wait, is that, I feel like I have their book. Who is MZB? Say it. Tell me who it is. Pause on the red carpet by Nigel. Yes. Oh my gosh. Nigel, they want you to write a book. They want you to write a book. Are you going to write a book? Marion Zimmer Bradley. That one's bad. Yeah, Nigel's co-presenter, I guess. He don't do nothing else. Nigel's a problematic author. You're problematic, aren't you? Tell him. Say hi. 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 Okay. Yeah, it's Eat Bark Love. These titles are great. Oh man, we'll work on it. I guess I'll be his ghostwriter since I do all these things for him. A picture book. I like it. I like it. Nigel will come out and say Chihuahuas don't deserve rights. I'm sorry. That's funny. Yes, or cats. Nigel does not like cats. Neither do I. I'm sorry, cat people. I'm not a cat person. Nigel does not like cats. That's so funny. I'm sorry. I've had too much wine. The Chihuahuas don't have rights. Oh man, y'all are killing me. This is amazing. This is the most fun I've ever had. Who's David Eddings? He was my induction to fantasy, and it turns out he was a complete piece of shit. Oh, damn it. I don't know who that is, but that's always unfortunate, especially when you have like a special emotional connection, or like you read them at a certain time, or they were your introduction or something, and then they act a damn fool and have to be a terrible human being. Wine, Jess. I'm sorry. She gets a little mouthy. My bad. Nigel, stop trying to drink my wine. Nigel's deeply problematic. Doesn't pay rent or help with the bills. Free, yes. A bum. A literal bum. Don't do nothing around my house. Shedding. Doesn't clean it up. Like, sir, help. You laying on my blankets. You don't wash them. You don't fold no laundry. Help, please. Oh my God. What hoops are they jumping through to try and find our reviews? Full on Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I feel like some authors must spend hours Googling their names or trying to find reviews for how some of them come after reviewers. I don't understand. You just couldn't stay in your lane and be quiet. It's awful. Yeah, we're just... And Nigel does emotional labor? Fine. He is a totally entitled child. He's an emotional support dog. Edding was the one who caged his kid? Huh? My cats don't help out either. They literally let a mouse eat their food just sitting there watching. How are you gonna yell at that? Get the mouse, please. Lucky he's cute, right? If they weren't cute, I'd be like, I'm kicking you to the curb because you don't do nothing. Joe Abercrombie keeps tweeting about one-star reviews about his books. I haven't read any of his books, but so many people, like, especially fantasy people, are like top 10. His I can't remember what his series is called. The one with the blade itself. What is that one called? Whatever. They put it in their top, and I don't know, but send the 1-star reviews to your friends. That's another thing. These authors, why don't they have group chats? Or you don't have friends you send stuff to? What's wrong, Nigel? You can't have any more. I'm going to call your daddy to come get you. Authors should have, yes, a private friend group. Why don't these people have that? That's where you send those things. Or at least you sound off. You're like, hey, I was thinking about posting this to Twitter. What do you think? And they would be like, no, don't do that. Or you just like air out your frustrations, please. Ooh, a cat loves mayonnaise? Your dog is a couch potato. He lazy. Oh my God, they found the son locked in a cage? Oh my God. Yikes. That's scary. Twitter turned me off some authors. Twitter. It's a wonderfully terrible place. Yes, if they don't have any friends, they need to get a diary. You need to type into a Word document or something. Write it on a note on your phone. Stop going to Twitter first. You need to marinate on these feelings. Authors who search for negative reviews of their book need a support group like AA or something. Yes, y'all need to talk about it amongst yourselves because they are really, really out here acting a fool. What is this? Let's see. I'm like, I don't have anything else to do but search for negative reviews. Like, go do something else. There was an Australian author who helped kill someone. Oh, gosh. That is terrible. Use that anger as inspiration for their next book. Amen. Do something constructive with it. Stop tweeting about it or commenting under people's Goodreads or Instagram. It's just Authors Anonymous. Where is it? They need it. At least a Reddit thread, something. I don't know why their first thought is Twitter. It should not be. What happened to the customers always right, Karen? No. Deborah? You mean Deborah? Mm-mm. If you dwell that much on negative reviews, you need a hobby, and that is not it. Just let it go, honestly. Like, I know it must be hard to not look up yourself, but like, you need to do something else. Ooh, ooh. Oh. Oh no. Scott Lynch. Now, that one was a little more complex, if you will, because what's today? Today's Monday. Tomorrow, I don't know if you're subscribed to Bethany, a beautifully bookish Bethany, but you should be. And she also has a bookish podcast called Chapter 3 Podcast. And tomorrow there's an episode, including myself and Izzy from Happy for Now. And we're talking about authors and YouTubers or booktubers behaving badly. And we talk more about like Scott Lynch and Sam Sykes and all of that. So the Scott Lynch thing was kind of, I don't know. Apparently it was alleged that he and his wife, who is also an author, groomed a younger up and coming author. I don't know. So I don't know about that one, but that's just a plug for that podcast. You can find it wherever you find your podcast, Chapter 3 Podcast. You should listen. The episode is going to come out tomorrow. And she already has some other episodes that are really fun. I love the last one that was two people, one person who loved The Way of Kings and one person who hated it, and they were talking about it. It was very entertaining. But let's see. They need a Discord server. They need something just where they can go vent their feelings or their frustrations and not go to Twitter first. Like, I don't know. Why aren't agents chatting up their wayward clients before it's time to dump them for trying to bully pulpit reviewers? Can we also talk about toxic masculinity in books because that crap can leave? I mean, do you have a book in specific? Because that's very general. So many. Scott Lynch, that was a mess. And I still don't know what to think. Like, I need to look at it. Nigel, what are you doing? Is your papa going to need to come and get you? Somebody, I think it's someone says so he's getting rowdy. 1 second. Let's see. Yes. Ooh. I don't know because she was basically saying like Scott Lynch was a mentor, but there's something like I don't know. I don't know about that situation. Do you hear your papa? Nigel is leaving. I'm sorry. He wants to eat. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Don't come in my video either. Bye-bye. Sorry, Nigel. But yeah, I'm sorry. Nigel's hungry. He's like, how long are you gonna keep talking? I need to eat. Sorry. It was his dinner time. Yeah, I don't know what you think about that Scott Lynch, Elizabeth Bear thing. Okay, are you leaving? I understand. Okay, the live stream is over. Goodbye. Seemed like the relationship gone south was the main issue, but the fact that you had too much older established authors dating a brand new author is some gross power dynamic stuff. Yeah, I think that was the main thing. And there probably were some, personal feelings and stuff, but it didn't sound great. It didn't sound good, but wow, I've really been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I know. So I can wrap it up. Was there anything else that popped off on Twitter this week that anyone wanted to bring up or discuss? Since Nigel is gone, I mean, like, why am I here, honestly? It's really annoying how authors just see reviewers as marketing opportunities and nothing more. Like, unless we're straight up salesmen for their book, they don't respect us. Yeah, true. Very true. They get a lot of free promotion out of us. A lot. But, oh no! Parlay has been canceled by Amazon. Good. Wait, did Amazon own that app? Because, ew. Oh, you love me too. Ooh, a mask. Hey. Authors writing women cis men authors writing women protagonists in so many weird words. They gotta fix that. It's like when I read a book. The way they describe, sometimes when you're like, I don't know, is this like how they always view women? Like they always want to talk about, I don't know, there's just so many ways to describe a character besides like always talking about how big their boobs are, how long their legs are, all these. I don't know. Some men just really, the way they describe women is just like, is this how you go through life? Like your lens, you're always just like boobs, butt, legs. I don't understand. Oh, they own the web server it was on. Good. Fuck that. Male authors don't know how the female body works. They really don't. I'm like, have you ever known a woman? Did you use Google? Have you had an anatomy class? I really don't understand why you're struggling so hard. I can't believe that they were using their network. I'm glad it shut down those fucking gross people. Like, what was that author I said who was on there? I already forgot her name because she's irrelevant. But Jamie McGuire up on there being a racist bitch. I never read Nicholas Sparks. I only watched a couple of his movies. She breasted boobily down the stairs. Yes. That's how they write stories. And you're like, oh, what? She walked down she breasted boobily down the stairs. I saw her long legs first and then her supple melons next. I hate it. They really think boobs are sentient with a mind of their own. Like, what world do you live in? I don't get it. Bounced boobily is the best. Oh my God, I love it. Yeah, someone said that they thought that Nevernight was a great female bisexual rap. When the male character is a virgin, but the bedroom game is 100, I'm like, okay. Right? I hate that. And it's like, it's going to be clumsy, but no, he's just all of a sudden like a master in bed. I just cannot. Imagine if women wrote about dicks the way they wrote about boobs. Milk jugs. Yes. I can't. Oh my God. Why does my freaking computer keep doing this? Um, let's see. Oh man. But the way women were written in King of the Wild made me uncomfortable. I read Kings of the Wild. I don't remember, but I know that so many people loved it and I didn't. Um, Jay Kristoff. I have so many mixed feelings about him because he's a mess. Also, a virgin female characters being succubus level seduction. Yeah, they've never touched a boob. They just looked from afar and they've thought of all the ways they could describe a boob besides saying boo or breast. Oh my goodness. I cannot. He walked cockily down the stairs, his hard shaft leading the way. He walked around. I need you. Are y'all writing books? Because I need these. I need these books. Bye. I need these so much. Yes, you must be a peer, but you're also a harlot. If you say anything like she gave him seducing eyes. Oh, what a whore. It's like, oh, Jamie Maguire. What? Jamie Maguire sent cease and desist letters because we ordered some books from her website and didn't get anything for 3 months when we got tired of bad customer service and what is social media. I know not. A cease and desist letter? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck her. Ugh, she sucks. A pair of sandbags. Melon, sandbags, anything. Stephen King doesn't write women. He writes cardboard with boobs. Her breast jiggled boobily. She ran into his arms. Oh my God. I've only read like 2 Stephen King books. One was fine and the other one I hated. Yes, Paul Kruger. That was the other one. And I think he got dropped by his publisher too, if I remember correctly. He definitely was one of those people who had some I think sexually assaulted some women. I saw a video by a King fan who mentioned his struggles with writing women. I'm one of the few that didn't like Kings of the Wild. I'm about 50% in before I realized it's supposed to be funny. Yeah, so many people like loved it. They're like, it's so hilarious. And I would love more fantasy that's actually funny. And I was just like, okay, I don't know. It was fine, but I didn't love it. And I haven't read any of the other ones. Jay Kristoff is literally all the cringy metal boys I hung out when school rolled into one. I could see that. He's his male characters aren't great either. Yeah. I have issue with sex worker rep in books. Having been a sex worker and how many authors write about sex work. Stieg Larsson, Girl Who Played with Fire. I love that book. I'm sorry. But female authors often do the same. I think it's people not. Hey, welcome. I'm just flapping my gums. Talking about male authors and how they cannot write women well. I don't know. That might be a really helpful video because I mean, I myself, if you haven't worked in sex work, then I don't think you know about it. And I think finally people are realizing that that's legitimate work. And obviously not enough people, but I've seen more people talking about it. Sir, can I help you? Oh. Did you feed him? Yeah. Okay. So that, I know it's probably a scary thing to post about, but if you posted that video, I definitely would watch it because I mean, I don't know what it's like being someone who does sex work. No, I understand. Thank you for coming. Dang it, Stieg Larsson. I mean, rest in peace, but dang it. I really love those books, but I didn't know that the portrayal was problematic. I would love to know why Jamie Maguire is published because she's gross. She's disgusting, and there is evidence of it for a long time. And I hate it. Yes, definitely you would watch that book. I love the character of Inez Gaffa, but even there, it was very stereotypical. So I think your video could be very helpful if you feel comfortable sharing. that and doing that video, I think it could be very helpful. Some authors obviously need that information. I had never heard of Jamie McGuire either, and I'm not that deep. I think, is she in romance? Yeah, something in the romance community. I'm not deep into Romance Landia, but she's gross. Jamie McGuire is gross. Oh, Tolkien is a problematic fave. But he's lucky. I mean, he's not lucky. He's not alive, so, you know, he can't keep on being terrible, but yeah, there's definitely issues there. Oh no, I love the girl with the dragon tattoo. Am I problematic? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A Tolkien expert friend recently told me he actually wanted to include more female characters, but his publisher was like, nope, can't do that. Wow. I believe it though. I totally believe that. Back then, they probably like, ooh, women, gross. I almost prefer the complete erasure of women in Tolkien versus crappy representation. You know, there's the trade-off. I read Revolting Prostitutes last year and it completely opened my mind to so many issues. Is that a nonfiction? I need to read that. Yeah, Jamie McGuire's gross. She's racist as hell. She's made fat-phobic comments. Yeah, she's just a terrible human being. She was definitely all about that failed insurrection at the Capitol, so I just don't advise supporting her because she's gross. We can separate our experience or read from the discussion afterward. I've heard that her beautiful disaster books are... Yes, I love that Simon & Schuster canceled his book and he's all fucking mad. And I don't care. Hey, Mayana. I'm just flapping my gums. He's all mad and he's like, this is Orwellian. It's like, sir, have you read any of George Orwell's books? Because that's not how it goes. But I has still not seen concrete evidence of who's publishing Raggedy Ann Conway's book, and I think it might be Simon & Schuster, and I need them to go ahead and cancel that. Bye. There's a weird thing where people are trying to make dead problematic authors seem more socially aware than they were. Like, just admit someone you like was a bad person and move on. Facts. Like, it is what it is. They're not alive now, but so many of them had issues. Problematic. For instance, I love the Little House on the Prairie books, but problematic shit in them. And I mean, she's dead now. So, oh God, who picked up Holly's contract and will publish it? Who's Regenry? Will picked up Holly's contract and will publish it. Simon & Schuster will distribute globally in a pack. What? No. Oh, no. I mean, I knew somebody would publish it, but Charles Dickens. Look, I hate. I had to read Great Expectations. It's one of the worst reading experiences of my life. Harper Collins is publishing Kellyanne's book. I'm so annoyed. How? That makes no sense. How do they cancel the contract and then they're going to distribute the book? Virginia Woolf is one of my favorite authors, but that bitch was anti-Semitic and fat-phobic. Ooh, she... Capitalism sucks. God damn it. Simon & Schuster. They were like, oh, we're going to say we're going to cancel it, but we're still going to make some money on the other side. Oh, no, fuck that. Getting that Goya stimulus package. God damn it. I'm so sick of it. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. These fucking... Yeah, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is one of my favorite adult series. Very dark with issues. Me too. I loved it. I hate it. God damn it. We were so close to no Nazi books being published. So many. We can't keep up. We need someone to start a Google Doc of all the problematic authors. Something that can just keep being edited. I have Revolting Prostitute, but not have read it. So many people aren't ready to stop shaming sex work. Yeah, I need to look this up. Yeah, if we have more than 5 publishers, that also would be helpful. And I really hope that I really want this merger to be challenged and to hopefully not go through, because going from 5 to... What is this book called? Revolting Prostitutes? But Dickens put his wife in the hospital so he could make his mystery pulp. What? Don't look at your shelves and think who else is publishing is problematic. Don't look too far, okay? There's someone everywhere. Okay, I'm going to be reading Revolting Prostitutes. Thank you for that. Added to my list. Gonna go ahead and look. I would love, oh my God, Nazi romance. Why is this still a thing? Is that the recent one? I think I saw one on Twitter recently, and I was, let me see. I feel like we get one every year, and then I don't hear anything about it. Oh no, this is a different one. Not Nazi romances. Oh yeah, the home front. Yep, that's the one I saw. Why? Oh, okay. Hopefully your boys didn't get into too much trouble. Yeah, we need a Google Doc. The US government is all about monopolies. It's so trash. Like, we need it. So anytime you're buying a book, you can go reference the Google Doc. Yeah, there's a fucking Nazi romance, and it's set in rural Wisconsin during 1944, 1945. The story centers around a wife, a mother and farmer who struggles to keep her life in balance after her physically abusive husband enlists in the army and is shipped to Europe during World War II. On one hand, she's happy he left. On the other, she has to deal with the challenges of an aging father, a young son, and the temptation of an attractive German POW who is harvesting apples on her farm. It's called The Home Front. It's on NetGalley. Don't read it. Authors aren't as nearly as wild as poets. Oh, I don't read poetry, so I wouldn't know. If we do make that Google Doc and share it, I pray the Twitter active authors won't find it. Oh, I know. Oh my God, I know. They'd freaking cause a scene because they're so dramatic. Gabrielle Union was in a Nazi romance movie called Neo Ned. No. Gabrielle Union was in one? No, Steph. I'm still here flapping my gums. Yeah, okay. The mess with Sarah Janet, I've heard about that too, because she used to be besties with Susan Dennard, and now she's not. So I don't know. Well, back from walking my dog, we talk about Nazi romances. We sure are. There's one that's called where'd it go? It's called like On the Home Front or something, and she falls in with a Nazi who's like picking apples on her farm. Just some nice garb. The playback. It's on SJM. I don't know, because Sarah Janet seems to like to be very private, and because in her first like 3 or 4 books, it's like dedicated, or at least in the acknowledgments, is Susan Dennard and like Victoria Aveyard, I think, for like being her besties and like, thank you for supporting me. And then it stops at like Empire of Storms, and I think that's when she stopped appearing at panels and stuff. I don't know. I just know that SJMT is true. I don't need any proof. Yeah, I mean, I got a bunch of Sarah Janet books, but she seems to stick to herself, her one friend that is like on Instagram, and her husband, and it seems like that's it. A lot of German POWs came to your country to pick cherries. What? That is very interesting. Not shocked by that Miss Sarah T. She just gives those vibes. I mean, they can't write complex BIPOC characters but Nazis. Make it make sense. Do we include deceased author in the Google Doc? No, I don't know. What do y'all think? Claire Social climbed her way up the top. SJM and Susan were friends until Susan published Truth Witch, which became a New York Times bestseller, and SJM became jealous. That's what I heard, which doesn't make any sense. Not like Sarah didn't have a successful series herself, so I don't understand why she would become jealous of Susan. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, I've heard so much mess about Cassandra Clare. I obviously have some of her books up there, but I've heard. Oh, thanks for coming, Julie. I guess you can work, whatever. A different list of dead authors. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, I can't imagine being jealous of your friend when they write a best-selling book. Like you were SJM, you aren't some no-name. Exactly. That's so weird. I don't get that. My sister reads Sarah Janet's books and like them. I have no interest. I have a tough relationship. Like I read Throne of Glass first, then I read ACOTAR, and I have a relationship with Throne of Glass. I love Throne of Glass overall, but I have issues with some of the books. But I haven't read the Crescent City one, and I don't think it's too long. It's too long. Cassandra Clare, what is it that was she writing fanfic, like Harry Potter fanfic, and her first book is kind of like that or something like that? I can't remember. Being upset that people are always being compared to her and then dropping them, but not jealous. Yeah, I don't know why Sarah Janet would be jealous of anybody. She got coin. As someone who was around when she was still writing Draco Dormant and looked up to her, Cassie Clare will always be on my shit list. Yeah, so is the Mortal Instruments, what is it? I can't remember exactly what she did. I've heard that she's plagiarized her story and other various things, but I don't know exactly what she did. I cannot bring myself to read Kingdom of Ash or Crescent City. She's just too much. Oh my god, Kingdom of Ash was so long. It was so long. But I haven't read Crescent City, and I'm like, I don't know. Claire went after other fanfic writers? Oh no. She changed the details of her fanfic and published it. She based the Mortal Instruments off of Ron and Ginny romance. Incest fic. Ew. Serpent and Dove was on Wattpad. I did not know that. Cassandra Clare has defended incest ships. Ugh. Ugh. Ooh, gross. Her Draco abuse story made it into the books. I also heard Serpent and Dove was Nina and Matthias fan. Really? Dang. I did not know that. That is so weird. Never forget Cassandra Clare just ripping full passages and conversations from other things and inserting them into her fics. Oof. Crescent City is absurdly long. I saw like 300, 400 pages of just inks, and I'm not like the other girls. See, I can't. It's too long. I got too much to read, Sarah. I cannot deal. It's too long. Jess is going to get sued for reading comments off it. Well. Oh, I do remember something with Sherilyn Kenyon and Cassandra Clare. Yep. After by Anna Todd. I don't know. Circle stuff is wild. I can't. The Mortal Instruments. I did not like those books. I like the Infernal Devices enough, but I something every year, and I'm like, no, thank you. Ashley Poston ships a Voltron pairing that is pedophilia, and she's just out here allowed to write books for teens. Oh, Jesus! Jesus. There's just too much. I cannot deal. I cannot deal. What time is it? Oh, my Lord. We have been here for 2 hours and 43 minutes. This is cray. Cassandra Clare also once tweeted basically saying she shipped Damon and Stefan from the Vampire Diaries. She loved her some incest. Ella! Why? That was like when all those authors, I forgot who started it. They were saying something like shipping John and Sansa or John and Arya or something. I don't know. Sherilyn Kenyon was being poisoned by her husband. I do not. Was that real or not? I cannot remember. There was so much. Some of this I missed. I'm getting so much. I'm just learning from these comments. I can't even keep up. Very true. If you keep digging, if you look deep enough, you're not going to have any authors to read. Yeah, the internet, just if you look too deep, you will be sad. I don't understand. I can read a lot of weird ass stuff, but incest, no thank you. Sherilyn Kenyon thing was unfounded, and later Sherilyn said her husband was poisoning her and made her do it. Okay, bye. That is so weird. Game of Thrones. Okay. I mean, I hate the incest in Game of Thrones. So I guess I'm terrible. The HP fandom tea was hot back in the day, though. Never forget Laptop Gate. So, shipping fictional characters is harmless if it crosses the line in the real world. Yeah. That's why everything, there's nothing like black and white. Everything is like, what is Laptop Gate? Someone tell me. Ooh. Ooh. HP fandom drama from the late 90s. Woo! Early thousands. Dang. Yeah, I'm probably should wrap it up soon. I probably should eat. Oh, soap and cocky gate. It's just astounding the amount of mess just in like the book world. Never would my little self when I was younger as a reader think there could be this much drama. Thames and Mirror. That one's difficult. Right, some people are very ride or die for Bridgerton. I've seen a lot of conversations. Cassandra Clare claimed her apartment was broken into and got her fans to donate money so she and her roommate could buy laptops and gifts for kids in a hospital that was allegedly stolen. What? I have some tea. Oh, she's kind of funny. Smart as adorable. Stop it. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people who are uncomfortable with that in Bridgerton, and then some people who just say they love Bridgerton and kind of glossed over that. Oh, Cassandra Clare. She comes from a wealthy family. I didn't know that. I'm like, God dang it. Do I need to watch Bridgerton? Why are y'all making me do this? Keep your fan fiction deep and buried and make sure no one can find it. And get a friend group to text your feelings to before you go to Twitter. I love it. I love it. Yes. Well, we have been here for 2 hours and 47 minutes. I'm sorry if anyone joined late, but I'm going to wrap it up. This was so much fun. I think someone had a great idea earlier that if I do a regular tea video, and then we can do like a live the next day discussing it more or something else that happened. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know if I'll do this every week because I still have to try to find some way to read books. I don't know how people do all these things, but oh my God, a Viewerton watch party. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should do that. Next time I can figure out how to use StreamYard. Not this one. So I can put comments on it. I'm sorry, Mayana. I'm going to do it again. We're going to just talk shit. Yeah, maybe once a month. That would be good. Do a live video, then a condensed video for all the tea you learned. True. But this was so much fun. And I'm so happy that so many people came and that you stayed this long. Yes, Mana, please. I need a tutorial. I was like, is this StreamYard? I don't know. But okay, well, when I decide to watch Bridgerton, maybe we'll have to do a thing. And I'll have to figure it out. But this was really fun. And I will see y'all later. Bye.